do what you're told. Is it already streaming? You don't want to do a check 1, 2? I've got Colby up here. That'll be fine. She's not like the girls. She won't go. You gotta go zip it. And that's a zip it. And that's a lovely shot. Zip it. That's a great shot from Ladies and gentlemen, I have arrived to the commentary box. This is, in case you do not know, it is Jay Stevens. We have, and this is not a replay of the previous tournament. This is actually another match between Mark Robertson and Dale Watson. They've both done it again. They have conquered their way through to the final. Before they start, just want to get some thank yous out of the way. Thanks to Ben Nunan and Georgia for offering up Bar 8 as a venue. Thanks to Dan Lynch for coming down, spending all his time. We would have had more coverage, but the dickhead thought that he'd just make the last 8 for a change in a comp. So he's just had a great time. And thanks to Steve Jamison and Jojo and anyone else behind the scenes for actually organising and running the comp. Shortly I'll have Colby Poole, believe it or not. Finally, after 37,000 years, I'm going to get her in the commentary box to say a few words. So let's get things started. Mark Robertson has broken and they have absolutely fallen amazing for him. Pretty confident. Well, I don't think it really matters which balls he takes, but I'm pretty sure he's eyeing off the yellows. And I think the simple reason for that is just such easy linking to the black bottom end of the table, and all the other balls are just clearly linking as well. Now, for those of you who want to tune out after this match is over, I suggest you stay watching, because very shortly a $500 a head match is about to begin between Ben Nunan and Michael Skerry. That is a race to 11. That should be a very good match to watch as well, and that is being done purely for the fact to entertain you viewers out there, for no other reason. They couldn't care less about the money. They want you guys to have a good time by watching some good pool. So Robbo now just going through these balls as expected. So this will just be a plain ball pot off the side rail, providing he can just miss that red. He'll be playing on this yellow in the middle of the table for the right centre. I believe this is a race to 4 as noted on the screen, but we're just confirming could be a possible race to 5. Either way, I'm pretty sure it's about to be 1-0. It's a race to 4 and it's about to be 1-0 in about another 15 seconds. Now, I think Robbo's actually landed a little bit tighter than he really wanted, but I don't think there'll be any dramas. As he stands up, as he does the famous Mark Robertson get down, stand up business that he's always been accustomed to doing. Just double checking everything, making sure that this is actually on, because he's not 100% sure. Oh, he will get up again after this. There you go. So this is, as I initially thought, this is a bit tighter than I first thought. And the problem here is, even if he has to swerve, he actually needs to screw off it with swerve, or a little bit of right hand side, because he doesn't want to snook himself behind the black. So it's not the simplest of shots to play. And that's why he's walking around, taking a bit of a look. So here comes the shot. Bit of right hand side, loading up here. He wants to screw off it a little bit, even a stun will do. And well, as you can see, he did have a lot of right hand side on it. You can see the cue ball spinning. And I do believe he does have a shot, lest the jaw is impeding his view. Hard to tell, obviously, from the angle. He's in the jaw, so he's not on this. Colby's commentating without the microphone. Well, that's great, Colby. Put a microphone on and tell us. Colby says she can't... Well, it was actually on like you wouldn't believe. And none of us realised that was actually really on. Now Robbo's just made it look really easy. So if anyone thought that was a really good out, it was actually terrible because he should have gone out about another 2 minutes ago. Nonetheless, 1-0 Mark Robertson. Joining me in commentary now is Colby Poole. And when I say joining me, she's just sitting down, so she'll be with us very shortly. So for those of you that don't know, I think Robbo's draw. Actually, to be honest, I don't really know who these guys played getting their way through the final, so I won't even bother mentioning. I'd need the sheet to see. So, for those that don't know, Colby's not. She's been wanting to commentate for a long time, but she just hasn't been able to get the courage to do it. Now she's trying to find every excuse under the sun to not put the microphone on. She's not happy with the chair that she's got. Oh, she needed a drink holder. It's just all happening, really. So here she goes. She's whacked it. She's got the headset on there. How are you, babe? So I actually didn't think Dale pot a ball, but he actually has pot a red. And I'm pretty sure he will take them just because I don't think you can really pot a yellow easily here. Well, he's actually made a... No, he's taking the red to the middle. I thought he might take the ball on the cushion because later on in the frame, that'll be... could possibly be an annoying ball. However, turns straight over to Robbo. And what do you think here, Colby? Do you think he'll have a dip at these? Do you think he'll actually just take the full commitment even though there's a ball on the rail?
I actually don't think that he's going to be all that concerned about that ball on the rail. I know that the pockets are tight, but if you cue them well enough, then they glide straight in.
Yeah, just a point on that too. When Colby says the tables are tight, this particular table they're playing the final on is absolutely by a mile the tightest table in the room. Now he's tried to cannon the black there, but he's still okay. Now that pocket where that yellow is on the cushion, down the bottom there, that is probably the tightest pocket in this whole venue. Now I'm not kidding when I say that. That is a tough pocket. If you roll it in, it will go. If you try and punch that in, they're tough. They'll draw. This one's off the rail a little bit, so it won't be too bad, but good thing about it is he's got a linking ball on the bottom end of the table, so he can just drop it in, and if he misses it, then he's got a bit of cover. So as long as he gets out on this, gets himself a shot. Nice little stun back. And pretty sure he'll take this ball in the middle first. And then probably play the other ball on the left-hand side of the table in the middle. Give himself an angle just to screw out. Well, once again, made a liar of Colby. I just cannot call this game anymore.
It's actually a bit deceiving, I think, because when I look over at the table, I think that it's actually a little bit tighter getting that yellow past the red into the centre that he was looking at to begin with, and I think that might be why he opted to go the other way. And then that way he can just roll straight through, play the other yellow, and then take the top yellow last. Yeah,
not only that, this obviously offers him a run through, but I reckon he might have actually... to me it looks like he's got too much angle on the run through to get past the red, but he's lining it up like he's going to slip past the red and just have a little drop in. So as Colby said, camera angle can be very deceiving, especially, I mean, we're a fair way away from the table as well, which I guess is good for us in one point where we actually can be a little bit louder, but from the other point, if we need to get another angle of the table, then we can't actually do that. Might flick off the red, I reckon, and run through. Well, he could get through. You saw a lot of topspin on the white ball there. And I promise you now, he will not punch this in. He will drop this in, and just as long as the white ball comes off the rail a little bit, he'll be happy. just see the pause of Mark Robertson there. Perfect cueing action, as always. And for those of you tuning in, learning the game, wanting to improve their cueing action, this bloke here that's on camera is probably one of the best people that you can model yourself on. Has an excellent pause, as you can see right there. Pauses, plays the shot, stays down at all times, then gets up, walks around and says, yes, I'm very happy with that shot. I do believe that was a mistake from Dale Watson. Red in the middle, and then Mark Robertson has cleared up. Colby Pull has made the call. Robbo was not concerned with that ball on the cushion at all. Now, for those who weren't aware as well, Colby has now officially been called by Mark Robertson, has made the call that Colby is now a better player than me. Which is probably not far off the mark, to be honest. And she goes deep in tournaments, whereas I can't fire. Currently the runner-up in the Australian singles. I felt deserved a better fate. Robbo breaks. Probably a bit unlucky to scratch because he did get a kiss off another ball. And if you haven't actually watched Mark Robertson break much, you will notice that he always stuns off the pack to about 3/4 of the way down off the side rail and then back off the back cushion, back to centre table. He has always broken like that. Usually gets big spreads.
That's actually something I've never noticed about his break.
When you commentate more, Colby, you will pick up on these things. Because
When I
you're not out there
commentate
playing
more.
and don't get to see these things, you see. Yes, and we have Steve Jamieson armchair commentating in the background. He has made the call of yellows. He is correct. Even
Mate, I could have picked that one.
I'm just wondering, I'm pretty sure that black's on. I can see a bit of shadow between the cushion and the ball itself, but I think if you want to be playing it, you want to be pretty close behind it because you just want to drop it in dead weight. So it's all going to come down to a good positional play here from Dale. Now, if he actually pots this ball here in the corner to play for the ball in the middle, I think that's a mistake. And the reason I say that is if you want a certain angle on that yellow in the middle, you might as well put the white ball where you want it first up. But he hasn't. Now, the reason I said that is because I would have put that ball in the middle that I just spoke about and just glided down for the ball on the bottom end of the table, because these two balls down the bottom end, you don't want them there at the end of the frame. You want to get rid of them as quickly as possible and then get back up to the business end where the side of the black is. So I'd be interested to see if he's got an angle just to glide down onto it now. I'll be very interested to see if this that yellow ball that I spoke of, the left-hand side of the table, comes back to bite him. Feel free to chip in any time, Colby. Now, one thing I will note about Dale, and his Mrs. Michelle, who I've known for a long, long time, came up to me and said, "Do you think you could help Dale and help him improve his game?" Which clearly I'm not the right person for the job. But I did note two things about Dale's game because he's very much improved. One is he is not a big mover of the white ball, which basically if you need to get the white ball from one end of the table to the other and land in a small area, he struggles with that. And two, his long game used to be pretty poor. From watching him play his semi-final, his long game's definitely improved out of sight. Just about every ball he pot when he made an out at 2-all was a long pot. But you will not see him do anything flash or fancy. Plays well within his limits. Gets the job done. Well, he's overstunned that a little bit, but he's just got enough nudge. And as it turns out, if he just... I think this shot, I don't think you can actually afford to roll it in dead weight. I think you want to drag this in and try and hold the white as much as possible. That's why he's walked around and have a look at the angle. Because if you run this in, I reckon you're going to have too much angle. So you want to drag this in so the white ball hardly moves at all after you've pot the ball. Requires good cueing, even though he's right behind it. Well, he has rolled it in. And, well, looks like he has held it well enough, so silly me.
Well, it's hard to tell exactly how close to that rail that black is, so he wants to, you ideally want to be as, oh, here we go.
It's a bad shot.
As I was saying, ideally you'd like to be over that side of the table so that way you can just glide it down, but that's obviously always the risk.
Yeah, and as I said earlier in the frame, you didn't want to be leaving those balls till last because you had white ball travelling to be done. And that's just an example of what I spoke about when Dale's going to move balls from one end of the table. Just loses it a little bit. And in my opinion now, I think you had to deep screw that off the bottom rail and then get on it that way. You're just trying to glide down for it like that. You're just flirting with danger. But, well, Robbo's got 2, but these balls are pretty average looking at first sight. Now he's just checking the black himself.
It obviously is a lot closer to that jaw if he's actually got to put his hand up to see the shadow.
Yeah, I think he's deciding whether to cannon off now or not. He's deciding whether he thinks it's worth it. He's decided it's not, and I think the reason for that is he's still got a lot of work to do. And I'm pretty sure if he nails this ball here, his first... Oh no, he's actually taking the inside ball.
I think actually, like as far as moving that black, I think you can actually play one of those, the 2 reds that are together, either... I think you'd be able to play one of those off the black anyway to promote it.
Yeah, and here comes a shot right now where he's going to kick this red off the side rail, and he's going to be on that shot you suggested. Played that not quite hard enough. In fact, he just didn't get into it enough. He wanted to come up behind it a bit more. He's sort of grazed it. He really wanted to hit it full cushion, basically, and hit it right from behind. Now, is this shot that Colby has suggested? It does... It's very hard to tell from our angle, but it looks like that black's a fair way away from the jaw,
yeah.
so can you play it off the black?
Well, standing up and having a look at the actual table, it looks almost like you can play the cannon straight into the pocket.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, and I don't think the black playing off the black is an option. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see Robbo commit to the out here. I mean, he could play this plan, just run through for the ball on the cushion, drop it in dead weight, promote with 1. Don't think there's... Oh, he's just double on.
Oh, the black still being able to come off the black is an option as well, because if you didn't sort of stun off that a little bit, then he wouldn't have moved the second red out the way and the double wouldn't have been on. But this way, the pocket's that bit bigger because I don't think the black's actually touching the jaw.
Well, you know what?
The safety instead.
Yeah, I actually had a feeling he wasn't going to commit to this because it just looked dodgy from every angle you looked at it. Now the promotion. And Dale's going to be an awesome... Well, I'm surprised he didn't actually give that a bit because that shot down the rail, even if he left it on, I wouldn't have favoured myself on it. But Robbo's still in an extremely dominant position, and the only reason I was thinking that you want to promote that red is so you've just got an absolute guaranteed out.
Well, from the looks of things, with where he's left the white and the red near the opposite centre pocket, it looks like he's actually created a bit of a drama as far as being able to get around the table to be able to come to the black.
And if he looks at going cross table here, he's flirting with all sorts of in-off danger. So the 2 cushion escape. I'm not sure if I needed the other angle of the table again.
And I don't think the cut's possible anyway, even if he...
I think the 2 cushion escape's not on either. I don't think you can get enough purchase in the cushion.
That's what I said, that red on the other side of the table.
Well, he's gone straight on. How many times do you see that happen? It's the natural feeling when someone's getting out of a snooker. You just, for some reason, you naturally line up the in-off, because so many times when you're playing a shot like that, you're actually playing the potted ball that's over the middle pocket, and you're just naturally drawn to the angle. Very difficult thing to get out of. In actual fact, he had to play that so much wider because he had to play it hit the opposite side of the black. Otherwise, he still goes in off. So, we've just been told that we don't believe it's on. Robbo's played an excellent opener there because he's fat behind this ball. A little screw back, doesn't have to get crazy about things. And he'll be able to just nudge this black with 2. Oh wow, he's chopped that up like he has gone to Bunnings, purchased the biggest axe he could find and just gone whack, chop, chop, chop.
But that's a perfect example of how these pockets, especially when you're the closer you're getting to the rail, you really do need to cue them well, because if you don't, there's very little room for error.
Yeah, it almost looked like he took it for granted, didn't it? But we're going to see another safety here from Robbo, I'm pretty sure.
There is the possibility that to be told that the black doesn't go, or it's believed that it doesn't go, there's a possibility that it's sitting inside, sort of inside the lip of that jaw. So he might also have the benefit of not being able to run it up the rail, even though that's an incredibly tough shot, once again, on the table.
I agree.
Of the pockets.
And it also cuts out the double too. So
Correct.
I'm pretty sure he's just got to promote this to the pink spot, and he's going to be all right. I think the key thing here is just leaving the white ball hard up on the bottom rail. Well, he's decided to actually leave him long on it. So I think the reason he's played like that is he believes this shot's not on. However, I think that's a very poor shot from Robbo. And the reason I say that is because you can flick off the left-hand side of this black and get yourself into that left-hand side of the balk area, which leaves Robbo a very tough pot. And you can also promote the black at the same time. So I think that's a poor shot from Robbo. I don't think enough thought went into that at all. I'd be very surprised if Dale doesn't play this shot, because it's just, to me, it looks like it's the only shot on the table, unless this black does go. But as you said, Colby, they're so tough down the rail. Why would you play it?
And if you did play it, you're almost forced to just play it dead weight, because at pace, it's very unlikely to drop.
Doesn't want a double kiss. The only way he can go in off here is he double kisses. Oh, well, he can't be unhappy with that, because I'm telling you now, the double kiss was always screaming to be going off there, and he got away with that, I felt. So now we'll see Robbo play a safety, and if he can hit this bottom ball, then he will just play off the left-hand side as we view the screen, and he'll just use the other red as a snooker ball. So he can hit it. I don't think he's playing the shot. No, he's not. You can tell when he's not going to play the shot. He looks different when he's queuing. This time he's committing. So full length double with the white ball just running through a little bit with a snooker on the black. Oh, that is a shocker.
Wow.
Misjudged shot by Mark Robertson, and the score will now be 2-1. And as the highly etiquette player that he is, in most situations, he allows Dale to pot that black rather than just grab the balls out. So Dale has got a strawberry, or was it due to the good safety shot that he played? I'll let you guys at home work that one out. And as you can see on the other table, Ben Nunan and Scary are going at it. No idea what the score is as yet. And it's a tactical frame. Can you believe that Ben Nunan is involved in the tactical frame? I almost want to switch to it just to see how stupid he looks. I'm sorry, Benny, I didn't mean that, mate. But we'll, after this match is finished, and clearly it will finish before the race to 11, we'll switch over to that other match. And an excellent break there from Dale. Probably a little bit unlucky not to give himself an easy opener, unless that red to the right-hand side as we view is on. And there's
no moves, I'll be able to tell you.
There's no way that you don't want reds here. And it looks on. Looks thin though.
It does look thin.
And you've also got to deal with the other red near the pocket, which probably makes it even thinner, because you make any contact with that red near the side cushion there, you just do not pot the ball. Now the worst part for him is he hasn't pot a red, so if he commits to reds and he doesn't pot a ball, Robbo's the one with the out. So here we go. Excellent opener. Well, that is actually really
Very
unlucky.
stiff.
And Dale has gifted Robbo this frame, and I would hardly say he's made a big error because he's probably played the right shot. And I don't really think anyone in Australia could have legislated for that exact cannon and to going off like that. Now, it is still open table because Dale hadn't actually potted ball without fouling on the reds. So Robbo will go, thank you, I'll take reds. And instantly gets on the ball that's probably the most annoying out of all of them. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised Robbo can play this shot without being hampered with those guns hanging out all over the shop. Colby, I'm actually wondering how he gets his chin so evenly over the cue with his big massive shoulder pushing his bloody chin out of the way. No comment with that one?
No comment.
Just for those that know, Colby did sleep with Mark Robertson in Darwin. So she's a little bit impartial to his... It's actually not true, but it's a bit of a running joke. Well, at least I don't think it's true anyway. Apparently, Mick Scarer's in the room at the same time. They had a big threesome. But anyway,
Hi, Dad.
it's all been said and done. So Robbo's just going to screw off this yellow, give himself... Oh, he didn't even need to. He can pretty much just do whatever he wants here, but I'm pretty sure he will just drag this in or stun it with a bit of right-hand side just to make sure he clears the black. So just straight out and right-hand side, I reckon. Well, he's flicked it. He's not going to be too concerned. He's not happy, but I don't think it should be too much of an issue. Having said that, though, it's a touch awkward. Not sure if the black goes clean. I'm pretty sure it does.
Every time it looks dicky on the monitor, it normally you could drive a truck through there. So
Yeah, I'm going to say it's on. But it's just the whole fact of, like, the cut's thinner and he's got two. If he only had one here, actually wouldn't even be too worried. But
that's right. He's still got two.
well, he's potted one.
Still getting over the Darwin comments.
Oh, it's just how we roll in the commentary box, Colby.
Clearly.
So, Robbo 3-1.
Good thing there's only 17 watching.
Yes, but this will be available on
Correct, that it will.
YouTube for all to see if you haven't caught it live. And I
So, what's the score with...
I was actually going to make a comment to
Benny
Dan
and
that
Scary.
if he posts this on Facebook, to just put in that I'm commentating, they should draw a few more in. Not big note myself or anything, but I do believe the fans out there do love listening to me talk a bit of shit here and there. Now Robbo with his giant pecs and his just Hercules arms is about to crunch his break. You'll see him screw back to the right hand side. Oh, he screwed straight back this time, made a liar out of me. That's why he hasn't potted ball, Colby. Because he didn't break how he normally does. Idiot. Dale says, yellows, thank you. Pretty sure he'll say yellows. If he doesn't, then
I'd imagine
it's
so.
going to be a 4-1 result.
You're making that call early, huh?
Well, he's got to take yellows.
Yeah.
That red on the left-hand side cushion
Well,
is
he
just...
is looking at that red off the...
He's
off the yellow.
absolutely off his head if he takes reds here. There is not a yellow that isn't on. Why would you not take them? The only reason I can think is that I don't get this. I'm sorry, Dale. I'm giving you a bit of a pasting on international cue ball, and you have just made an idiot of yourself even more by missing that ball. But time for you to reflect in about 20 minutes' time. And one thing I will say about Dale is he probably will go back and watch this match and he'll get better from it. Yeah, Robbo will take yellows.
And Bo and Danny make 18. Well, wouldn't that make 19?
Robbo's actually not played the greatest shot that Australia has ever seen there. And I don't believe he even has a pot on, so... I think we might see him just flick... Well, actually, Colby, before I say the shot, even though I've sort of half given my option away, what would you do here? Even though he's already starting to give indications of what he wants to do.
Well, another option is to come off that top ball off the left-hand side and then try and duck in behind those yellows.
That's exactly the shot I was looking at. It's not as easy as it looks, but you've got a massive wall of balls that you can sort of... Well, when I say massive wall, I mean two, but there's a pretty big area you can sneak in behind there. But you do have to hit it reasonably thin. So it's not the easiest shot in the world. If you hit it thick, you basically leave him on the ball in the middle. But he's going to play this shot, unless he just plays a dead weight shot, because he did look to see what was available if he just left the white ball up there. He's played it pretty well.
Has he split the difference?
Wow, that's incredible. He has. I'm pretty sure Dale... That is actually a little bit unlucky, but I guess the possibility was there. Now, Dale needs to make this out. And
if he makes this out, it'll certainly boost his confidence going into the next frame.
And he will have redeemed himself with me. And he did want reds, so here he goes. Now, suddenly reds aren't as bad as they were initially because obviously that yellow's been cleared that was blocking it. The red on the left-hand side cushion. He needs to eliminate it, either kick it out or pot as soon as possible. Hard to tell once again whether the red will go off the yellow in the middle.
I stood up and had a look, and I think that it actually does.
Got a couple of spectators just in the way of our view.
As you can see, the red's actually not on the rail. It's a little bit off the rail, so I do believe that it will actually glance off that yellow. This red on the side rail here. No.
Now, if you're wondering where we don't have 17 camera angles like Dan normally got set up and you just joined us, Dan decided to make quarterfinals in this comp today, so he just had very little setup time as compared to what he normally does. And good on him for making the business end. He smashed JR, I believe. It was JR he smashed. He smashed Boris Krasik. Boris Krasik, I will just say, just destroyed everybody on the round robin today because I was on the same table as him and snuck through in a playoff. That's how well I went. And then Gus DiGiorgio made me look like an idiot. And he'll be very happy that I've finally said his name on CueballTV tonight. And then he went and chopped up like an imbecile. So,
well, he's certainly not making it easy for himself, but he's, I don't know, I'm assuming that red doesn't go across the centre towards the other yellow, but he can always pot this red in the centre, and he's got the option of either running through the red that he's sitting above to land below the red and then playing, that's on the side rail, then playing that off the yellow into the centre, or take the red to the centre, leave himself a little bit of angle to then be able to play the one that he's sitting on top of and leave a bit of angle and then drop behind that red on the side rail, take that and then the red to the centre afterwards.
I think that's why I'd be looking too, Colby. You don't have to do anything fancy. You've just got to basically play some decent positional play and just... You're really this red. You want it to be a drop-in shot because you've got that ball near the black. You can just pot it and just go up and down the table and have a similar shot in the black.
Or even if you leave that as the last red, like play across the red to the centre, leave yourself a little bit of angle, screw up just a little bit, play the red to the centre that's above the black, and then run the rail down, dead weight, drop it in, and then you fat on the black to the centre.
Yep, don't disagree with that either. Not 100%. The only thing I can think of there is he either wanted to come through further or he's actually deliberately played the shot for the cannon.
Yeah.
Maybe this...
You'd much rather be a lot closer.
I think he's playing for the cannon, is he, Colby?
Looks like it.
Well, he's got the
He's
shot.
got a great shot.
He's got the long ball. Oh, well, that's worked out beautifully.
Got a great result there.
He has to take the ball on the right-hand side of the black here because getting position on it from the other red is actually a little bit tricky. So it's just a matter of whether he wants to just stun it in and just give himself like the sort of the cut, or whether he's going to screw back to sort of where the white is here. Ideally, he wants to screw back probably past that yellow so he doesn't have hampered queuing. I think he's got angle going towards the centre pocket though, so it's a little bit dodgy.
He's also got the option, which, by the way he's queuing, it looks like he might be taking on his, just rolling it through and then taking the angle shot on the red.
Geez, I'm having actually
I'm
realised.
not a big fan of that.
Having realised what angle is, I almost would take the other ball now and just come for side cushion, take the long red to the corner. I just don't feel this is straightforward anymore. So, as we see so often, he just drops ball in, but he's giving himself a massive shot here.
If he was to play that shot, I probably would have preferred to play it with a little bit of drag, so that way he doesn't seem to have as much angle on that red.
I just don't think it's the right shot.
If the black does, which I'm assuming that it does, pass that yellow on the over the centre bag, then he can always just naturally cut this red down. White ball comes back over to much where it is now.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up running further than that. Oh, well, maybe. You might be right.
Yeah.
The cushions are pretty bouncy. I reckon he's going to roll further. As you can see
Great
like that,
shot.
he's gone flying across the table. And, well, once again, Dale Watson, you question his methods of potting out, but he just doesn't miss these single pot, angle-ish, sort of long pottish or mid-range pots. So nice out there from Dale. Unorthodox, but having said that, fantastically played. And he has redeemed himself to the comments I mentioned earlier where I just absolutely pasted him.
It's his break now too, isn't it?
Well, after the 4-hour tactical frame that Ben and Scary played their 1-all, can you believe that?
I think with Dale to break, if he gets one in off the break, we'll actually see a slightly more confident player at the table as opposed to some of the more defensive shots that he'd been playing. And I think he'll be taking a little bit more care on those dicky shots.
Well, the white ball's gone everywhere and got avoided in off from another ball, kissed across, nearly went in off another one. Will take reds here. And, well, you know what, Colby? I think it's sort of half in his favour to be getting involved in tactical frames with Robbo, because although Robbo's tactical game has improved, his power potting is definitely higher than Dale's. And so it just levels up the playing field a little bit for him.
I don't disagree. I just feel that on at some of his visits he seemed a little bit stiff, and I don't know whether it's a little bit of factor or whether it's the scoreline itself. And I mean, this is a rematch for him from last month's final, but yeah, he just seems a little bit stiffer than he has in some of the other matches that I've seen him play throughout the day. And I just feel that would have been a nice little confidence boost for him, because now he's the further you get into a match, the more the twitches the cracks start to emerge. And if you take advantage of those and you exploit them when you get the opportunity to, then you can easily swing the game in your favour.
Yeah, and one thing to note about this bloke too is this guy probably 12 months ago could not fire, and I mean could not hold a cue, and now by a mile the most improved player in Victoria, who is knocking on the door in the top 20 for this year's state team. And I'm telling you now, when you make the top 20, it is a mind job, and he is very, very solid when it comes to being consistent and just, basically staying composed. So that sort of format I don't think will bother him like it does a lot of other players that make it for the first time. But I just believe he needs to get there, and then who knows what can happen. He's very confident to make a team. There's no doubt about that. But it's
and the more experience he gets from playing in matches like this, playing in finals against some of the top players. I think with that last shot that Dale played, I think there was a little bit more on kissing that other red towards the pocket. More concentration on the promotion as opposed to the pot.
Absolutely. Took the eye off the pot, and that was the result. Robbo plays the plant, misses it, by a fair way, to be honest. Now, this is where Dale can really put the screws on, because that red is, not sure if it goes middle. Probably does, actually, but getting on it might be a little bit tricky. Sorry? The red up in the top near the closest to the balky on the right-hand side of the table. Pretty sure it goes middle, but
It does go middle, and he's actually the camera angle's once again quite deceiving. But I can see from the table here that he's actually got quite a bit of room to manoeuvre to be able to have a shot at that.
But it's the position afterwards that's the problem, I think. So you'd have to sneak in between the two yellows, go around off 3 cushions and get back to centre table to have another shot. So,
or if I mean, ideally you don't want to be leaving it till last anyway. But if he gets far enough up the table, bless you, he can he can actually stun into that top red, that top yellow, which then holds him for a shot on the black.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't like to be leaving it last if it was me, but
that's what I was saying. Like, I certainly wouldn't want to leave it last. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. But yeah, that is an option if he doesn't have because by stunning into that yellow, there isn't really another red on the table that he would be on, other than to pot that and then try and go through the 2 yellows and come off 3 cushions. So it's either try and run around the table, or leaving it till last and cannoning into that yellow and holding for the black.
I'm glad he did take that ball in the middle just then, because to me it was the only shot available on the table that he had to play. Yeah, just mapping the out here though, I still believe that ball up the top is the problem ball. Now, what he's just done there is he's looked to see where this red's available. So I think he's going to scrub and try and get on the red now, which is probably a good shot. And if he gets his shot right, he's played it a bit well. I'm sure he tried to play for the red then, but he has got the consolation prize and landed pretty much where he wanted, but just not as far up the table.
I actually had a look, and I thought that he had a bit more angle on that than it looked.
Now, see, this shot here, now, I'm just trying to work out how he's going to go game now, because it ain't easy anymore. If he pots this, the natural angle to me looks like he's going to cannon the other red. If he hits it pretty fully beyond the corner, well, he's missed the pot. Got a certain degree of safety. Robbo does have the long ball, but we've already seen how tight these tables can be along rails. But I do believe Robbo will play this in such a way where it could end up being a shot to nothing. Not sure he's got a lot of choice but to play the shot.
And even if it does drop, then I mean he'll end up with the it's a long yellow, but he'll still end up with a shot.
I think he's just going to run through and play for the middle, yellow in the middle. Well, he's gone full blood and played right down as he's actually played as a full safety. So there's a fair bit left in this frame now, because Robbo's yellow's, well, it's on to the corner where the white ball is now, the one that's near the red. But you've got to get, pretty neatly on it, and the ball's a bit spread out. Dale's certainly not potting out this shot, unless he just produces miracles. Can come cushion first, and
I was wondering if I can't quite tell, but I was almost wondering if he would be able to play that with a little bit of right-hand side. But
well, when you got the nap in,
too much over that
the nap will be very heavily involved with that shot, Cobb, and I think that makes it pretty much not on. I think he's playing cushion first, just past the centre. I don't think he can get enough purchase on this, so to actually pot the ball. So we're going to
at the same time, even if he doesn't pot the ball,
well, he's played it just before the middle. I can't
now
believe
he's
that.
just left him on that yellow to the centre.
I actually can't believe he's played it before the middle. So
even by playing that, he still needed to leave the white ball low, because then at least Robbo's either got a long shot to the corner, or he's got to play another safety. But
yeah, which is exactly why you play it past some centre
correct.
pocket, because that way, even if you don't cut it enough, you've still got the white ball down there, because you've hit the red full ball. So Robbo, I think now probably stunned over that dodgy ball on the right hand side. Well, he's gone for the cannon. Great shot. Had 2 options: either commit like that. Even if he hits the red, he's probably fine. And now it's just a matter of whether he's happy just dropping this in and giving himself like hard up on the bottom raft so he's got angle to run back out. I think that's a shot. And that's what he's done. So now he's got angle to get back out off the side cushion or stun down. In fact, he might screw off this. Not deep screw, but like a little stun screw type shot. No, running through.
It's actually a lot further out than it looks.
So after he plays this with a little bit of pace, hasn't come as far as he wanted to. Wanted to be straighter. The reason I say that obviously is this yellow is only available into a number of pockets, and the one that feels to stun out of this to play with the same pocket he's about to put the yellow into now is not one of them. So if he's straighter, he can just come off the side cushion and play for the middle. Probably can still play the same shot. He's looking off the red. Other option is to just play with a bunch of right hand side with drag. Something that does happen with these sort of shots, if he does intend to commit to off the red, I don't know how many times I've seen where someone tries to commit to going off a ball and they hit in between the pocket and the ball and they just draw it out and don't get either. So I'm not actually sure what his final decision was. It might even just be try and cannon the red, it's just above the yellow. Well, he's played that, very close. However, he's disappointed, as you would expect, because it was frame ball, but look at the control that he has at the moment. So second prize, you could say, because he was pretty much guaranteed to win the frame of that visit. But I just don't see a way out here for Dale to finish this frame. Unless he's got an angle here to screw off this. Has he got the angle, I wonder, to pot this and screw back off the side cushion and get down on this red? Drop it in, play the long, smash the long red in, be on the black.
The only other option is, if, depending on how straight it is, to top through, or and then take the one to the centre and drop down on it. But
you would need to actually be so picture perfect on that red to have the right angle to top down to it. I would rather screw off this, I reckon.
Take the option now.
Yeah, I think you got no choice. He might actually have too much angle. There is another option, and that is to chip the red that's on the bottom cushion across to the yellow and smother it, just to stop Robbo from potting out. Well, he's
that
playing
looks like
this
he's
top.
topping, doesn't it?
Well, he's got a weird action when he's just adjusted his spot on the white ball 3 times now, and I reckon that's actually why he's missed, because he moved a little bit. You hardly ever see Dale Watson move, and he just moved a little bit then. I wasn't 100% sure on how he was going to get positioned there, and it was once again one of those ones where you're going from one end of the table to the other with the white. So
from the looks of things, though, from memory, from where he's actually missed. Had he potted it nice and clean, he would have travelled that bit further, and he would have been above it to be able to drop down. But as to when you're queuing that, as to how far you actually get down onto that red.
Yeah, exactly. That shot Robbo just played there, like it's right over the kick, but it wasn't as easy as it looked to get really nicely positioned on it. He played it quite well. So many people just hit it thick and leave themselves in the jaw, or hit it too thin to fly up the table. So Robbo now wins the match 4-2. Shakes the hand. So same result as last time, but I thought Dale gave a pretty good account of himself with a couple of nice little outs, and probably blew a couple of chances there. So good thing to learn from. So all in all, good tournament. So now Robbo will get to be an even bigger keyboard warrior on Facebook and tell everyone how good he is. Just kidding, Robbo. We all love you, mate. And now we will switch over to Skerry and Benny. I'm pretty sure Dan's got to move the cameras though, because we only have one sort of side angle one. So you'll just see a bit of screen business going on.
Scary looks to be going out.
So you'll see that on the right hand side there, and presentations being made. Oh, Scary just chopped up a black. Steve just makes him look at the camera. Because I haven't won a thing out of this. Benny's not only playing, he's come over to say a few words.
The next tournament is the 19th of January at Bahrain. It is.
I just want to say quickly thank you very much to Steve and Jojo. Obviously, Steve, the very herd of 8 ball is brilliant what he's doing, and he's promoting the sport. So thank you everyone for turning up on behalf of myself and George at Bahrain. Congratulations again to Robbo and Dale. It's great to see the quality of field that's come out, and it's only going to get bigger and better. So thank you guys.
And stay tuned everyone for the money match. Ben Nunan against Michael Scary here. They're playing for a sizable sum. There's a race to 11 I believe. And the CueballTV broadcast will move forward to that match now. Cheers. And we're going to have the raffle as well actually, so maybe I'll break up that when you're done. So, fourth prize. Your tickets ready everyone? Bottle of wine.
And the great Mark Robertson comes to the commentary box carrying his shopping bags. Here's our tickets, Cole. 50-51. There's a few raffles going on as well, in case you were wondering. We've switched over to the money match now. I'm pretty sure Dan's going to try and get some different camera business on this, but it's not easy. The table they're playing on, there isn't a table directly behind it, just sit a camera on, as you can see in the far there. So I'm not sure what he's going to do. He's going to move some cameras here. He's going to put another 13 cameras out.
We didn't want a bottle of wine anyway.
Steve Jamison continues to be a loser and not call out C50 or 51. I love if she pulls that in after that. his name? Alan Brown. Oh, that's me.
What do you mean? It depends what the other one wins.
How fitting, I've won a CueballTV hoodie. Colby pulled cannot catch as it's thrown to her and she just drops a sitter. Can you actually believe the one thing that we win is a CueballTV hoodie? Not unhappy about this actually. We'll wear this to work. It is mine. Because my tap out jacket went missing from this same place, so I'm wearing it. No, I won't. Wow. I'll trade it in for a men's.
It's a ladies. It's a ladies and it's mine.
Colby, you can't have everything. You've already got half my life.
You will not. Try and put it on. You will not fit into it.
You're right. For those of you who don't know, I am a fat cunt now. I mean a fat person.
You got no chance. It even looks feminine.
Steve, are you fair dinkum or what? Are you fair dinkum or what? I need to trade it in for a bigger model. You'd be lucky to fit in this.
Excuse me.
Serious.
Put on a few kgs, but not that many.
Yeah, with your Stay Puft Marshmallow Man arms, you'll be struggling to fit that yourself.
Uh-huh. No worries. You broke the zipper.
We're trading it in.
That's not all me.
We're trading it in. It won't hurt you to have a bigger one as well. But you've got the worry hoodie, I ain't.
We're not trading it.
We're trading it in for just a bigger one. All right. Now we're going to get an update on the score once Dan's worked out all the cameras and stuff. Robbo just finished the match. I wasn't sure if he knew the score. Benny is potting out right now, although he does have a bit of work to get on this black. You're not going to commentate anymore. Go and tell Pikey to come and commentate with me. Actually, get Robbo in the commentary box. No, you can stick your basketball. Just come and commentate. It's more important. Oh, here we go. Look at this camera angle that Dan's worked out for us. This is just up close and personal. And Ben Nunan has loaded up with a little bit of left-hand side there on that shot. And slightly too much angle, but should be okay to screw back. And played it badly. Looking at the middle pockets, I do think it could be his only choice. Might be able to pot at the corner as well, the long double, but we'd have to get the white ball out of the way. We've just lost feed for a sec. We'll be with you shortly. We've just lost a bit of feed. I'm not actually... Yeah, it's back again, so obviously Benny took that double on and he missed it to the centre. Now Scary's... Damn! Scary now with the options available to him to either make the clearance or drop in for a snooker. I'm pretty sure he'll be looking for the clearance. So the current score is Ben Nunan 2-1 to Scary. Robbo's going to join me in commentary. Robbo's going to play Colby in basketball first. Absolutely stupid idea. But they're going to do it nonetheless. Looks like their affair behind my back is continuing in my face. And Nick is running through these balls nicely. So you're just going to have to put up with just me on my own for the next 10 minutes or so. So I hope that doesn't make too many people tune out. Scary there with a nice angle. Well, I'm actually surprised he's playing this ball first because it's just so easy the other end, but either way he gets to move the white ball back to centre table. This way I guess guaranteed no mistakes at all and falling too short for the black, so nothing wrong with that. Just for a split second there it looked like he might have gone a bit far, but not a problem. And it is 2-2 now. If you're wondering, because this match did start a fair while ago, actually I'm wondering why it took a while, is they got into a pretty hardcore tactical frame the first frame, and it took a bit of a while to nut out obviously for both of them to get a result. Not sure who did actually win that frame. So in matches like this, calibre of player both high, it is very important at the break is not mistaken by in-offs and things like that. Now we just keep losing this feed for some reason, I'm not sure why. It'll come back in a sec, I think. And we're back again. I'm not sure. someone's watching this and has my phone number, can you actually SMS me and tell me whether the feed actually does go black for you when that happens? Because it's happened twice in the last minute. And I just need to know if it is. If it's not, then we won't even worry about it. And it's just happened again. So I just need to know if it's dropping out for you at home. Apparently Jake McCartney's actually tuned in to watch. This should be a blast. The guy is probably still hungover from last night's little session that he did have. Warranted session, I might add, but was a wounded soldier this morning or this afternoon when he rang me when he woke up at about 2 p.m. So we're just going to turn the other camera off because it could be impacting on the main view. I mean, see, I'm not sure if this red, yellow actually goes. It's right near the black. If it doesn't, can you see if Mick decides to just play the shot, just glide down and just try and get a little nudge on the black? He's also looking at maybe trying to land on the side cushion for it in the middle. Now just checking, see whether he thinks it's on or not. Just taking that ball over the cushion first because, well, you don't really want to leave it till last because it's a bit of a trickier ball to get on. So I've just had confirmation that the screen does go black when I've been mentioning it has, so we're just going to try and sort that out. I think Dan's just removing one of the other cameras and we'll see if it keeps continuing or not. So Mick looks like he's got a little bit less angle than what he did the previous shot. So can he just play a little force shot, get the white ball down? Well, he's gone the cannon. Can't have really played it too much better than that. But having said that, he hasn't exactly knocked it to the greatest of positions. Would like a nice little cannon on the black here. A full ball cannon, not hard, just a little rest, and he's right behind the yellow. Black not really impeded on the cushion. Well, he's missed that by some margin. That's a shocker, actually. And probably deserves to go in off after all that. That was very poorly judged, and I felt probably overhit too. Now, Ben Nunan with all his balls in one end of the table, except for the black. So he just needs to do mop-ups. Benny just mapping the out. He's going to pop this and just land on the ball left-hand side cushion. A bit surprised he played it like that. I would have preferred to stun at the side cushion, have the opposite, just because your queuing is unhampered, and I believe that's the only reason he hasn't taken the shot. So now he'll play this and just stun onto it, and he'll probably play what I suggested earlier, where he's got queuing that's not hampered at all. Well, played it a different way, but still fine. No hampered queuing. And I don't think Benny should have too many issues from here in finishing off his frame and retaking his lead. You wouldn't know Benny was playing for 500, would you? Well, he's played a bad shot. Probably really not that much need to do that, but potentially could have paid the ultimate price here. Depends on this cannon. And, well, there you go. He's kicked it full ball, and now he's got to nail a little double. And misses it. Scary picks up his cue and walks the table. Cannot believe he's got another shot. He was actually a fair way away from the table. not sure what he's doing. He's going to grab the rag. And pretty sure he doesn't have a lot of options here but to play the punch double. So you can't play this at dead weight. You must punch this in. And that was a fairly quick basketball game. Robbo's gone and won a $50 voucher. I think that's free drinks for me. Thanks, thanks, Robbo, for getting me a free drink, mate.
I will when Georgia gives me the voucher.
And just saying, Mick's got to punch this double in. He can't like play it soft weight, and he misses. Has he got second prize of the white? I reckon he has.
He has. It's, that black's not on. I don't know about you, Jamie, but I reckon you've got to have a free crack at probably a free crack at the double here, or do you play the snooker?
I don't think the snooker's that easy, to be honest. I think I'd actually play the double to the middle.
The blacks, the camera's very deceiving. The black's a lot higher up than what it looks.
Well, he couldn't have played it. I'm actually really surprised when he played a snooker that well. He's got the touch of an elephant, and he's played that brilliantly. If you want to talk about touch where you've got to smash a ball in with stun run through, then his touch is perfect. But if you've got to hit a ball soft, he's terrible. But he's done that well.
I don't mind the shot. I don't mind the shot from Mick. I think if you just line up to the black here, it's actually really tricky, even with two shots, to have good control.
Well, he's hit that too hard. And is it a foul snooker?
No,
I don't think it is.
Looking at the table, no.
I'm pretty sure you're right, Rob. I don't reckon it is either.
The thing I think Ben can just play snooker.
Well, he's played that well, actually.
Yeah, he has. I think Mick should have just laid up onto the black there.
I'm pretty impressed with how quick he thought of that shot too, because it was obviously a deliberate shot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And Mick was given a strawberry. Well, actually, sorry, he wasn't, because he had to take that double on. Yeah, Ben is 3-2 up.
3-2. I got too fitty of this on Mick, so I'm going to be a little bit biased.
Well, that's not very good to hear, Robbo. We like impartial commentary up here in CueballTV land.
I'll tell it how it is. Just going to be telling you why I might be sweating.
I will tell you that I've got 250 on Ben as well, so no, I'm just kidding there.
No. Getting off. No, I'm just kidding.
And well, they have gone everywhere. And I'll tell you something, Ben Nunan, when his break is on, he is very, very dangerous and very hard to beat. But when his break's not on, he's back to human level. It's when you've got to nail him is when he's not breaking well, or they're not going in for him.
This is the perfect example of an out you should make, but is a little bit tricky, and you have to make if you're gonna beat Ben.
Exactly right.
This is probably about the perfect degree of difficulty of a one that you have to make.
A good opening shot there from Mick. He's got the only ball out that was hampered and not on directly to a pocket. And probably will play that ball now that he's just kicked out.
He might play the other yellow to the middle and maybe hold the white on the one on the cushion. No,
I don't think he actually can play that shot and hold.
Oh, you're right.
But I think he's going up and down here. Well, he's played for the middle. I don't know why he didn't give that a bit, to be honest. I thought he might have just stunned it a little bit and just come back up centre table.
Yeah, I just got to get your woman to get my voucher so she can go and get us some drinks. Just a second.
And nice shot there from Mick. So, but he still doesn't have it on a string. That's the point of draft. So I think.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
You sort of feel that Mick's one good positional shot away from clearing here. He just hasn't had this white ball on a string at all yet this frame. Well, he can sneak in between the reds here and pot this, maybe. This to me is a key shot because it's not as easy as it looks to get position. Well, he's got a couple of good little nudges, but well, not fortuitous at all because I don't think he's actually on this without using cushion first.
A little bit unlucky there.
I don't think he's got any choice now but to play the ball in the centre of the 3 and just drop it in. And try and come for side cushion and have himself a little bit angled to stun off and come sort of towards the brown spot area.
Yeah, there's no safety options.
And he's played exactly that shot.
That's
He's
a very
got a
nice shot.
very good angle.
Joel, do you mind mentioning to them that there's actually no music?
Well, this is where you ask yourself, do you play the hard shot now, the long yellow? And if you play a good shot, it's pretty simple. Or do you play the easier shot now? I think you take the long yellow, play one good shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, Robert, I don't like this shot, and I'll tell you why. These particular table, the pockets are real tight, and I reckon that's just gone through his head there because what's happened?
Well, apparently he heard me, so I'm just going to talk a little
I
bit
don't
more
know how
like
he's heard
this.
you there. He must have supersonic hearing for his.
The reason why I don't like your shot, Jamie, is you have to play this yellow at some point, and I feel it's going to be harder to pot it and land on the black.
Well, this is how I look at this, Robbo. I'd rather pot this and try and get just a little drop in and play the harder black. That's how I'd rather play it.
He's looking at your option.
I just do not think that bottom yellow. I just don't think he'll get it. His pockets are just so tight. Well, even that. See what I mean? It's just tight pockets. Tough pockets to play down the rail. I'm sure if that was on one of the other tables that had gone in.
So what we've learnt from this is you should listen to me and not Jamie.
Well, the thing is, how do you play the shot Robbo played? The same result would happen, except a different yellow would have been missed.
No.
See you later.
Yep.
So you sense that Benny may be looking at taking a commanding lead now of 4-2.
You gotta love his 1.5 feathers, if that.
Yeah, this is what I actually mentioned earlier. He doesn't even look like he's playing for cash. He just looks like he's at the practice table. I'll just pot this and just land over here. Even that little shot there, just a touch of the left-hand side, just to fancy it up a bit and land absolutely fat. To me, though, Robert, he's actually playing slower now than what he was earlier. Oh, look at this.
Not even one feather.
No, he's doing the old Marco Fu. And I'll tell you why he's doing it, Robbo. When you actually see your opponent do that, it can get in your head. You just think, geez, this bloke's just doing it easy. I cannot miss, otherwise he's just going to make me look stupid. Now, I'm sure Mick's not thinking that. But alarm bells have got to be going off in his head right now to say, listen, I've got to stop chopping up. Got to stop missing these balls that I need to get.
Hang on a second.
Got a 4-2 on here. We could have the score wrong because we didn't start the match.
It was 2-1 when they started.
We haven't got the score wrong since then.
2-1 when they started, so...
It was actually 1-1.
No, it was 2-1.
To who, Mick?
It was 2-1 to Ben when they started on the camera table.
Well, I think it was 1-1 and they were just finishing a frame. The only thing is the camera hadn't been switched over yet, that's why. So I'm pretty sure the score's right.
It was... When they finished on the other table, it was 2-1.
Oh, okay. That's right, they've switched tables, haven't they? I actually find it really funny that they've moved this table because Benny actually hates this table.
It's actually running a lot better than a few months ago when I was down here. It's actually running a lot better, as in rolls. But the tricky part about the table is the cushions are very bouncy. In particular, the top and bottom cushions are really bouncy. So when you're playing on a table that is not that fast, but the cushions are very bouncy, it's hard to control the white. See you, Buffa.
See you, mate. mean, you see what Mick takes here, because either way, once again, it's another frame where you're committing to the out straight away because there's no safety. Well, I mean, there is, I guess, with that yellow and the red sort of tied down there. You could take reds and have a bit of safety, but to be honest, I think these sort of frames you need to commit to the out, take them on.
Definitely. The thing about that last out Mick tried to play was because it was a 50-50 or maybe a little bit better than 50-50 out, and he didn't make it. That lets your opponent gain so much confidence when he sees that you're just not making those 50-50 outs. If you don't make a hard one, you know, then it's forgivable.
Yeah, and I think that just amplifies what I was talking about with the way Benny's queuing, just not even feathering, just knocking him in. It kind of puts the foot on the chin a little bit and says, "Put your teeth on the curb."
The old American history X, eh?
No, speaking of teeth on the curb, go on YouTube a band called Motionless in White. A song called Immaculate Misconception has the greatest 4 lines of a song you've ever heard in your life. The first 4 lines of the song are the greatest, the funniest you've ever heard in your life.
I'll have to do that.
Benny's belt just fell onto the table. He's very lucky the ball wasn't there. We probably should be warned about that. Or someone should let him know he's... Well, we know something in his midriff edge area's got a bit of length to it.
Ooh.
And he's missed an easy one.
That was buffer there.
Fix your belt. Fix your belt. That nearly fell onto the ball. Fix your belt.
Apparently Benny's blaming Buffer for that elementary miss.
I thought Buffer had already left. So now Mick needs to get these.
Has to capitalise.
Don't think he'll miss these.
I'm going to go as far as to say if he doesn't capitalise here, I don't think he can win the set.
Don't think he can what?
I don't think he can win if he can't capitalise here.
He has been known on making big comebacks from behind though in money matches though, Robbo.
Yeah, but Benny's...
But not to the calibre of...
Benny's a different class.
Yeah, he is, I agree.
He has no fear of winning, no problem crossing the line. He has no problem putting the boot in.
He's a very good front runner, there's no doubt about that. His boots are very big when they come to being in front. I actually think he's gone the wrong way about these too.
He has to land good on this red here.
No, he's gone in the middle, not a bad
Perfect.
shot.
He's landed perfect, but he had to land perfect there, and it's still a little bit tricky.
Well, he got the smallest of little flicks on the black, which just made it a little bit more congested than it needed to be. Should be okay here though. Has to pot this black.
Well, in my opinion, Benny's the best player I've ever seen in Australia, and if you're going to beat a player like that, you have to knock in these blacks.
And then it go, oh, it's missed, and that just signifies the tightness of these pockets.
Yeah.
That would have gone in on those back tables, I reckon. Because he hasn't hit it spot on, but he's hit it enough for the jaws to take it. I felt.
Pretty much any other joint going around in Melbourne, that would have gone in, but still, you still have to make them.
Yeah, you've got to hit the centre of the pocket with the black, no doubt about that. And now Benny's just going to do his no feather out routine. Will he play the outside ball here and try and get a cannon? No, he will not. I'm telling you now, Robbo, he is doing this deliberately.
That runs a bit straight.
I reckon he's got it. Oh, has he got a bit of angle? I think he might be able to force it in a little bit. No, he's playing a long ball.
Yes, he's
in cruise control.
He's just free rolling now.
And he's, oh jeez, I thought he missed that.
Tell you what, this may not be that easy.
No, he will pot this. He doesn't miss these very often. He's good at these shots.
See, the difference is, even though that was an easy out, he's making it just look so easy, and Mick is making easy outs look hard.
He is. He's like, well, I guess he's making them look easier because of his lack of feathering.
Yeah.
He's making every shot look really simple, even if it's not or it is. He's just making them actually physically look simple because he's hardly taking any time on the shot.
The last couple of outs have been just all roll-ins, but now he's in cruise control mode. Watch what happens when he actually has a 50-50 out. He'll probably still just make it cruising around now.
So it's lift time now for Mick. I'll tell you what, Colby has taken 3.5 years to get these drinks. In fact,
I know, and
I don't even see her at the bar. I think she's done a runner with your 50, Robbo.
it was all a voucher too. Yeah, she decided to challenge me at the virtual basketball at a few different venues now, and it never came to place. And
She's over there talking to Jamo.
I think the score was 309 to 142, so pretty much sums up that. And you're right, Jamie.
I think we're going to have to send a lackey over there to go and headbutt her and get her into gear.
Well, we're busy here doing some work for CueballTV. Only if Dan was around, he could maybe just give a little yell to. Oh, there he is! Hey. All right. Well. Yeah.
Oh, we've been so busy worrying about the drinks that we've missed the Benny special.
I'm really craving this drink. Where that started was dumping the white straight in the middle pocket off the break. Where this is going back about 2007, grand final at the Nationals in Melbourne. We're about to play South Australia in the playoff, so it was 17 all. About to play them in the playoff. And I think we had a couple of bad breaks where we've put the white straight in off the middle. Anyway, Benny said in his speech, his big rev up speech, don't dump the white in the middle pocket, you're a spastic if you do that. Straight in the final, I'm first out to play against Alex, boom, straight in off. And then Benny's up, third, boom, straight in off the middle pocket. So he's jinxed us, and ever since then, it's just a bit of a running joke.
We just want to drink, Colby. We'll accept your apology.
Naughty Jamie. Alright, so what's going on here? Just had World War IV here,
So yeah, just to obviously expand on Robbo's stuff, obviously every time Benny dumps the white off the table, it's a bit of a joke now because of his comments. I actually do believe, though, from memory, it wasn't before we played that final. I believe it was about 3/4 of the way through when we were losing match. We were getting very close to matches, or losing a match, and we were dumping the white a lot. And I reckon he said in one of the team speeches, because I do firmly remember the next frame that he played, and it wasn't the final, it was the frame before that. He dumped the white. Everyone just hilariously started laughing in the room.
Mick's just played a good shot there. I was kind of hoping for a bit of a containing frame.
Yeah, he does need to slow Benny down right now. This is actually what I do when I play Benny, is I will deliberately slow things down and try and tie him up, because me personally, I think I'm kidding myself. I'm trying to play him in this type of match, as in like the freewheeling and the just open game. I'd much rather tie him down and get him slow and get him out of his rhythm.
See, just even that yellow there, as easy as it was, Mick still would have been feeling a little bit funny on it. And he just needs to eliminate that.
Yeah, and I believe I don't know if he can I don't think he can play the straight in, so he's got to play the plant.
I think he was trying to run through more to play the ball over the pocket first, and then right into the black.
Because you really want you want to cannon the black here, but well, he's tried to force it, and he's just destroyed that yellow too. And I'll tell you something else too. If he was 5-2 up and he misses that pot, that yellow probably goes in a good spot.
Yeah.
It's amazing how the run of the balls can absolutely punish you senseless when you're not winning.
It's amazing the power of positive thinking when things are going good. It all just happens. It's kind of like when you play a bit of poker. You know, like when you're winning and the chips are piling up and you need to hit your card for some reason, you just keep hitting your card. But when you're having a bad run of bad luck, no jacks. Just ruined my night.
Robbo's made the call. It's not my night after he's just won a comp.
Well,
$50 drink. What a terrible night Robbo's having.
The AC's
they
not
don't have
working,
the drink he wants
sweating
available.
We'll get just get some ones made. Yeah. Thanks, Cole.
Now, it's pretty obvious here that Benny's looking at just developing this red, playing a red off the red and opening it up. because he just had a look at it now. And here's the shot coming up. He's hit it. Oh well, he's hit it perfect.
If I'm Mick, I probably want Benny to have a go.
Played it well.
And just hope something bad happens, which it hasn't.
And I'm sorry, Robbo, but the way Benny's playing here in Kewen, just don't see him making a mistake. Like, you know, like you sort of like Mick's just not flying like he normally is. So you'd think maybe he'd be a chance to miss this out, but thanks, mate.
Yeah, pretty much one-way traffic right now. The worst thing you can do at any level in this game is almost make outs. You're far better off to miss your first ball or your second ball. But if you keep potting 4, 5, 6, 7 balls getting to the black and not finishing it off, a guy like Benny, you will just never. You'll be lucky to get 1 in 10 of those frames.
Absolutely, because there's no traffic at all to fall into trouble behind or anything like that. You don't have to be as pinpoint as what you normally would with a bunch of traffic on the table. It makes a huge difference.
It's quite often the most important decision you'll make in the game is obviously you pick your colours or whatever, but do you go offense or defense? And I ask a lot of new players this question, and they seem to answer it so simply, but it's a really hard question to get right.
It is, and the other one is, oh, that's probably a bit stiff. And the other one is when you actually commit to the out and it goes pear-shaped very early on in the out, and when to basically put the foot on the brake.
Yeah, you got to know when to pull the pin, that's for sure. Not just keep digging. A lot of it's about percentages. Sometimes an out might not go in the way you want it to, and you think, geez, I'm probably about a 1 in 3 to make this now. So then you say to yourself, all right, if I go defensive, what do I think my chances are? And you might say, I'll probably win the frame about half the time.
That's right.
So that answers your question. Just go defensive. Some people just get stubborn, or they let ego get in the way.
Ooh, that's just dropped in.
Yeah, I did. I just want to take that one, and then they fall.
See you, Dale. Right on again, mate.
Thank you. Cheers, Dale. See you in the final next time. Yep. Yeah, cheers.
So, Benny's overscrewed, but he's got backup plan. Well, this has actually just become a little bit dodgy, I think.
Is he on yellows?
He's on yellows. He overscrewed. Wanted to be probably not even past centre table.
So the problem he's got right now is, the way he put it to me, was his balls don't link. They're all on, and they're all in multiple pockets, but they don't link. There's no way to get simply to get from one to the other.
Yep, I agree, and I learned all about that from Benny himself, exactly about linking balls. And ever since I actually have learnt that, probably the most valuable lesson I've ever learnt, it makes a massive difference to going game. So he's finally missed a ball. He actually looked like he just absolutely threw a handbag at that, didn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't happy. Yeah, you could tell he wasn't happy there.
He's like, I'm 6-2 up, I'm just going to crack it. This is the sort of thing you cannot actually do with Mick Scary, though, because, like I said, he has got a good reputation for coming back from when he's
he had an epic battle against Dave Krasick for $500, race at 21. I believe Dave was something like 15-4 up. And Mick fought it back and actually won, I believe, 21-17. And Dave is a very respected player, so that was a very big win. We've been talking Benny up a lot, not really saying much about Mick. Mick's probably in about the top 10 or 15 in the country, so he definitely knows what he's doing.
Absolutely, and he doesn't really look like missing out on statesides in a year either. He's been getting in pretty comfortable most years. Well, if he's on that red now,
Yeah.
he needs to play. I'm not 100% sure if he's actually played for Strider because his initial body language told me he was playing for the other red.
Yeah.
But look, he'll take it because he needs it, and he's not going to miss this one. So that's 6-3 now. Now, will it come back? I'm not sure whose break it is, but it'd be interesting to see if that comes back and hurts Benny a little bit on the scoreboard. It's that one missed ball. It's all it can take with two top players.
Tell you what, this is one of the best mixes I've ever had. Little shout out to Bar 8 here. I've got a Jack and Coke, and it is absolutely spot on. It is delicious. That's very rare. You'd be surprised how difficult it is, or how rare it is that you actually get a good mix.
Yeah, I normally buy pre-mix myself, but I've got the old pint of draft this time because I don't mind the beer on tap here.
I was after a stubby, but they didn't have them. Oh, hang on, he's almost missed the white completely. Wow.
I actually don't know how he's got so much power on the break then.
If you can somehow rewind this or watch that super slow motion, you watch him go through that, he almost missed the white completely.
In fact, you can actually do that at home because you'll be watching this through YouTube, so you can actually rewind that and watch that.
Yeah, he hit the extreme right-hand side there. Very lucky to not miss cue there. But any day, it doesn't matter who it is. If my opponent dry breaks, I don't care how the balls are. I know I'm getting a shot. So if they should have gone in off or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're getting to the table, just be happy with that.
Absolutely, and it's better than potting the ball and run the rack. So that's actually a pretty bad layup shot from Mick.
Yeah, he wanted to hit that a bit thinner. I think he even played it with a little bit of right-hand side to cover it better, but leave the white hard up on the yellow.
Yeah.
Give Benny no shot.
To be honest, though, I think I'd have been content just leaving the white ball hard down there and just getting good coverage.
If this yellow's on in the corner pocket, the one closest to his red that's over the pocket, I think Benny's actually a big chance to pot out from here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, Robbo, and he may even take it now just so he can cause some disruption with that ball on the side cushion. He doesn't even have to move the yellow. As long as he moves the red that's in the way of it, he'll be happy with that. And obviously needs to be on a ball.
No.
And there you go. So he has moved it. Well, he's just flicked another one dead. Won't be super happy with that.
And the reason why he did that so early was, if you saw it, what he did was he deliberately brought the white up the table, so around the middle of the table, to give himself a big choice of balls to be on. So whenever you have a shot like that where you need to promote, extract the ball, try and do it early to give yourself options later.
Yeah, I thought he was probably a little bit stiff to actually kill that yellow, but this game's funny. It has a flow-on effect.
It does. It's like how we were talking before. It's funny how when things are working for you, you get all the luck, and now a couple of things hasn't gone for Benny, and he's had a little bit of an unlucky kiss and then a bit of a funny in off. This is what I call TP, turning point.
Yep, it is the TP.
It's just very important to, maybe not as much against Benny, but against other people, even these outs, do it with one shot and do it very well, just to get that added bit of pressure. Probably won't really face Benny much, but
yeah, you're right, because Benny ought to be halfway through the out by now.
Yeah.
Look, there's nothing actually wrong with... I mean, we'll talk about Jake McCartney. I know he's watching too, unless he's turned off, but he in general is actually not a super fast, speedy player in the table. He likes to just take a bit of a waltz around it. He's not, by no means, a fast walker of the table. He's a pretty slow walker around the table, and he likes to just have a look at things and make sure he's all set, 100% knows what's going on in his mind, and he's one of the best players going around at the moment. So, and I, a couple of comments, and I think even he himself has said to me that he thinks he needs to speed up. Me personally, I think he plays his best ball by an absolute country mile when he just takes that. I wouldn't say it's a slow pace; it's a steady pace around the table.
I was doing a little bit of coaching with someone before, and they were talking to me about the top players and who they should watch and stuff. And the player right now that I think you should watch is Jake. I feel like he's the most correct that's the best way I can put it. He's the most correct player, as in he plays the least amount of silly shots. He goes the correct way, the right way about his outs. He pulls up when he has to pull up. You know, he lays up. He plays safe. He has no ego about trying to make big outs. But at the same time, he makes more outs, master breaks, than anyone in the country right now. So.
Yeah, but one thing you have probably not mentioned about that is he is probably, in my opinion as well, the best in the country at actually cannoning balls.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Like when I was practicing with Jake and he was just consistently canning balls off the rail. Initially, I just thought the guy was that lucky. I honestly thought he was just absolutely full of, because I'm talking about getting cannons where you've got to hit it pretty much at exactly the right spot to get the cannon right, and he was doing it consistently. And after a while, I just realised that he's just a freak show, and he's actually playing for these shots.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, when I was practicing with him, because I'm obviously not hitting the ball much myself these days, but when I was, you know, I'm learning a lot off him now, especially about shots to nothing, things like that, and just different ways to approach pot outs when they're not probably on, and you want to sort of try and produce something. He's a genius at it.
With that shot Mick's just played there, I don't agree with the way he played it. The way he should have played it was to just land on the black, not even into a pocket. He had two shots, just land on it, so then you can lay it up very easily, do anything with it you wanted. If you try and land on it good with one, or even semi-good, like you saw then, he was only a few inches off hitting that yellow into the middle pocket. And if it went a little bit bad other way, he might snooker himself. I think if you just screw the white ball back a couple of feet, send it up towards it, like over a pocket somewhere, and just knock it in with two.
And this 6-2 scoreline's looking a lot better now for Scarious 6-4s. Still has a pretty long road to run.
He's not a very good front runner, but he loves trailing behind in matches, and I found that when I played him in decent sets, when he gets off to a good start, he'll only stay focused for when he's in front by 1 or 2, like 3-2, 4-2, and then it'll be 4-3, 4-all, then 5-4 to him, because he just loves close matches. And I was talking to him on the way up here about a couple of flaws in his game, and I said you actually need to get a bit more hungry to beat people to nil, because before you know it, you keep them in the match, and they run a few racks to finish you off 8-11 or something, and you're dirty.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I love to put the boot in when I'm ahead, and
so many times you'll see top players have race to 11 or 7 or something like that, and the guy who's in front won't be taking full advantage of his lead, and then it will get to, say, 8 all first to 11, and they think, alright, it's been a good close match, I've been in control of the scoreboard, and then all of a sudden the other guy just runs 3 racks on you, and you're thinking, no, that's not how this is meant to be. We're meant to go down to the wire here. You're not supposed to just all of a sudden pot out on me.
There's a little bit of a gay-looking dance there, didn't he, Robbo? Explain that stuff.
I've tried to get him to stop doing his little dances and hip thrusts to the table on his breaks.
So off the yellow here, I'm pretty sure. There we go.
It's a good shot now. See all the little swings and momentum and things just now running slightly in Mick's favour.
Yeah, they are. And it'll be interesting to see when Benny gets back to the table on and out. Well, he doesn't look that worried. He's on his phone. He's like, what's going on Facebook right now?
He's texting away.
He's probably texting Scary to see if his phone goes off.
It is something that you want to do is when your opponent's at the table, try not to be too focused on them every shot, you know, trying to will them to miss or snooker themselves, something like that. It's too draining. Just watch and observe, but don't.
I have a slightly different aspect on that. And I know Jake will share this one because we've actually spoken about this before and we've actually agreed on this, is I won't be willing them to miss or anything, but we will be looking for pitfalls, potential pitfalls where they could fall over on the out. So you'll be looking at this, for example, go, you know, he could play this ball here and cannon the yellow and he might pot the yellow, or, you know, where could this out go wrong? And if you just think, you know what, there's no way you can stuff this out up, then you just got to kick back and do exactly what you've said. You just got to wait till your next frame or visit or whatever and not stress out about it. and worry about the scoreboard. You just got to go, well, I couldn't do much about that. Let's just move on to the next frame.
That's right.
And
Well, that's actually quite good. I'd actually be happy with that if I'm him. You can play this red long, screw the white ball back about 6 inches to the left.
yeah, but I don't think this is as straight as what you think, Robbo. I think there's a bit of angle on this.
Too much angle? Oh, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I've noticed with the camera, if it looks straight, then it's actually probably got more angle. I reckon he's got to play it in the middle and just use them. Yeah, he's using left-hand side, is it? Oh, that's not a good shot.
What's he done there?
And as I said to you about pitfalls, when it's to chop that ball in the middle and pot the yellow, well, just as bad a result is to cut it off from the corner.
Tell you what, I think this is on. Maybe he's got half a pocket.
So I don't reckon it'll go because the pocket is tight. He's got to hit into the jaw.
Very tricky. I think it's hard to tell how much of the pocket he has, but he might be able to play it with drag, sort of in or over.
Where's the black going? Because I'm pretty sure it's not on. Or maybe it is. Maybe that black is still onto the corner.
Very tricky.
So Benny's phone's away now, so I think he thinks maybe I might get a hit here. We need to see if Benny does the old no feather queuing. If he does get back, I reckon he will because, well, geez, that looked good actually, didn't it?
I'll tell you what, that is in. Anywhere else going around.
And you have to believe that.
Tough.
You have to believe that black's on, Robbo, because he's played for it. Like he's played for position. And as you can see there, Benny just dropped that in dead weight because he knows.
That's it. Very, very tough.
And once again, the linking ball, so didn't have to do anything fancy. And we might see.
Oh, it's pulled up a little bit short. I tell you, he's still got a bit of work to do here. This is not easy at all. I wouldn't.
He might actually play the black, the yellow behind the black, and just stun the white. And he's looking at a safety, so he's going to flick over. So as you can see already, this no feather business.
Well, that's a bit hard, maybe. No.
No, he's okay. So he has just slowed down a touch here. Obviously, the out wasn't simple, but even that little run through, the under hit, he probably would have got that spot on earlier on when he was flying. So the couple of frames that Mick's reeled in.
I'm not sure if Mick has enough. Yeah, he's just float off the top cushion. He might even hit this really hard.
Well, he's hit it too hard. He had to get behind it dead weight, but he's actually belted that in a way.
Yeah. In that situation, if you're not really confident you can get the snooker, I'd probably hit that really hard.
Might as well smash it, yeah.
I'd probably smash that because you know you're leaving him straight on that yellow.
Well, look at that. That is actually pure laziness from Robert.
That's very lazy.
Unless he's just decided to just take the piss, because I cannot believe Benny's actually played that deliberately. I think he's.
I tell you keep giving these top players these little sniffs. It's going to come back and bite you very quickly.
And I'll tell you what Mick's looking at here. He's trying to get the 3 cushion snooker. That's what he's looking at. Now, this shot is on, but it needs to be hit absolutely spot on. I've got to say though, Rob, I'd almost be content going up and down here because, well, maybe there's no room, because even if you hit this red, you're not leaving a pot on it.
Yeah, all he really has to do is hit the red. It's hard to tell, like that yellow under the black just might be in the way to just
go up and down, yeah.
Unless you go up and down off 2.
Well,
this looks alright.
Yeah, he's hit it pretty well.
He's hit it.
Well, I don't reckon he's left an easy ball on, but he has killed his red. And when I say he's killed his red, this table, that is a dead red.
Yeah.
You've got to be behind it.
I had a feeling he was going to miss that. Because he'd been really lazy and missed that previous shot, it just puts the doubt into your mind.
I honestly do not think he can get position on this black with this shot.
I think you have to back yourself and try and pot it with pace. I know that sounds crazy.
No, it's the only shot you can play, Robbo, but I'm telling you, it will jaw.
Yeah, you would struggle to cue this in, just cue this red straight in at the pace he needs to hit it. You'd have to really concentrate.
I'm actually playing to go in off here to the centre pocket, but not actually hit it that hard. That's what I'm playing for here.
Play it hard enough to just get over there.
Yeah. But I'm telling you now, this is on this table.
He might even. It's too hard to tell the angle, but he might even just be able to
He's playing a safety. He is playing a safety.
Yeah, just play it over the pocket. Right now he's looking at all the places where he would hate to be if he was on yellows.
Yep.
And now he's going to try and put the ball in that place.
Well, I don't understand the pace. I do not understand the pace.
That was absolutely crucial to get that red over the pocket.
Yeah, I don't understand the pace at all there. He's like absolutely smashed that. Well, I'm telling you now.
This is where if that red was...
Yeah, exactly.
If this red is like... It's too hard to tell from here, but this is very tough.
And hasn't Benny missed some balls now?
But the thing is, he's going to bring the white down to the other corner pocket.
Well, he's pot that easy, but, well, he's got a result. And, well, he'll be happy with that.
The thing... it's like still pretty tricky, but the thing he should have looked at was, if he had played that softer, brought the white down to the opposite corner pocket, and left the white there, there's no shot on yellows.
He's missed. Wow, that I believe that was... This could be potentially another turning point, because even though he's still behind, he was looking like gaining the momentum and winning and getting ahead. If Benny makes this out, well, this could rip his guts out. This is actually still a tough out.
That would
If he drops this in the middle, I'm saying he's home. Yeah, well, he's potted like it was over the hole.
Off middle.
No, not hard enough. Well, he's jawed himself. He's done a
he's done
Stevie Woods. Every
Stevie
time
Woods.
we see it, we call it Stevie Woods.
Stevie Woods, yeah. Or are you
Benny Noonan's called out the Stevie Woods.
Wow. Wow.
I cannot believe how many times we've seen that since that's happened in the Australian title.
Here we go, ba-bang.
No, he's actually used too much side.
I'll tell you, like, Woodsy, one of the greatest players I've ever seen. A shame he'll be known for the for the double jaw snooker.
He will. That was...
Yep. Basically, it was 9-all in the grand final of the Australian singles against Travis Crawley, Stevie Woods, and he had it wasn't quite like that, but he could have put the white anywhere except jaw snooker himself. And he had a ball pretty much over 2 corner pockets, and he jaw snookered himself on both of them at 9-all in the grand final of the Australian singles.
Now, it's very interesting to see. Mick's just put this ball here because he's like, you know what? If I'd have not tried to put that red over the hole and taken the pot on, would I have got it? And he's just showing to himself that it's not possible.
Yeah.
And this is why I've been saying to you at home. You can see him now. He's putting the 3 balls down. Now, it's actually impossible to miss that. If you actually line them up right. But if you smash it...
I know Mick very well, and he's actually not doing that for his benefit. He's doing that for the audience.
You reckon he's doing it for the audience, do you?
He's doing it for the audience, just to show the people at home how tight these pockets are. Now, I personally like how tight these pockets are, but I feel the tables need to play a bit different to compensate for how tight the pockets are. This is a little bit more old school, where you had to extract balls more often, or be good at shots down rails, or be good at doubles. The tables these days, the pockets are a little bit too generous, where people are just rolling balls in down rails, they're hugging rails and just dropping in.
Well, I used to live for these tables, Robbo. Now I hate them. You can work that out.
You would have won a lot of frames in your time by giving people rope to hang themselves, watching people play silly outs, stuff like that, and now a lot of people are making them.
Mick has not lost a frame since he's got the Jack Daniels. Might be
See?
something in that.
I'm telling you, it's because of the mix.
I'm telling you now, I haven't actually seen Benny with a drink in his hand. That can't be true. Surely that bottle of water in the background isn't Benny's, directly behind the table.
No, you know what? I think that was actually mine when I was playing. I think that was mine when I was playing, Jamie.
He's just gone and smashed up a packet of chips.
Talking about the bottle of water.
Needs a bit of energy.
George's just smashed me. Oh, by the way, I just gave you a rap for how good your mix is. Perfect mix. The drink, Jack. Well, your staff. They deserve a cake. Either there's not enough ice, too much ice. Either there's too much Coke or not enough Coke.
He's actually giving you a rap, George.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you've done a good job here, but that's all I'll be doing of that. What do you take well? I was like negative or positive or nothing. Tough customer.
You know what it tastes like?
Why's that?
Because it's fucking free.
It was free.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I earned that.
Yeah.
I threw like 100.
Next time every time you come in, I'll tell you the post, but yeah.
I threw like 150 balls in a hoop. That deserves a few free drinks.
So Benny has missed another ball. Mick has a chance to capitalise and make another out. And we were talking about it earlier, Robbo, he has to get this out too.
Yeah, this is another one. Well, you can call this a 50-50 out, but this is much better than 50-50.
It is, and I'm telling you now, you can see the momentum shift occurring.
He just needs to start making these straight away rather than getting close, making a mistake.
It's perfectly played, that shot.
Than Benny making a mistake and winning them.
Well, I'm sorry, he must take this ball on the cushion first here. It's absolutely essential in my eyes.
You going to beat Benny up if he loses this match, Georgia? I don't know. First to 11, yeah. First to 11.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
First two.
Whoever wins. Yeah, whoever wins.
No.
10 hours.
An hour at the most.
No, they'll be done in about an hour. They're very fast. Oh. Whenever both our heads, and that's that. I'm not very switched on, but it got past Jamie, so that makes me feel a bit better. Alright, back to the game here.
I'm not sure why he's taking so long on this. I think, you know what I think? I think he's actually worried about screwing off that red on the rail. Or near the rail. I reckon he's worried about screwing off it. Shouldn't be able, not with your current voice.
Oh, don't know. Possibly.
Bit of pre.
Spit in the drink. Is that the extra flavour?
So Mick's taking an awful long time to play this shot. And I honestly, I think this is the wrong way.
Well, I can only guess by going that way. He wanted to land maybe half ball, and then plot
just
it
sneak between the two.
Yeah, and float up for the other two. But I think he's gone too far. I'm not sure.
Well, I'm having a lot of trouble focusing, Robbo, because I wear my sunglasses at night as come on the jukebox, and are you kidding me or what?
You know what? I think that's actually a blessing in disguise there. I think he's actually probably got a right angle to pot this and land on the other two.
No, I reckon it's running a bit far. No, you are right.
This is, I was talking to him about his game, about how he can basically go to the next level or catch up to a few of the guys ahead of him. And I was saying to him that the problem with when he goes for a pot out, too often he'll take a ball on that he wasn't originally planning to play, And that was a perfect example. If that red didn't happen to be there like that, he wasn't trying to land on that ball at all, then this out would be over.
Yeah.
But he's been very fortunate that that was there. And sometimes it happens early in a pot out, and he may not even think about it, and sometimes he'll beat me and beat me convincingly. But that's when there's another ball that happens to be there. So
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, yeah.
he needs to get more exact, more precise. Like, I know I wouldn't be saying this just because he won the Australian title, but I think Kurt plays very, very, very precise pool when he's potting out.
Wow, this...
It's just not finishing him off. Just not finishing him off. What I was saying about Kurt was when Kurt goes to the out, almost all the time, the next shot he's playing is the ball he was trying to land on. And he's been doing that for the last few years, and he's just gotten better and better at it, and he's still going to get better and better at it.
He plays big shots though. He does play some big outs, Kurt, and I still think, and don't get me wrong, he's obviously improved out of sight, and he's deserves everything he's got this year. I still think he's a bit too wide open. He's either all or nothing just about every frame that he plays.
Yep.
He doesn't. Whereas if you look at someone like Jake, as we spoke to, he has a lot of shots to nothing in his game. Kurt doesn't really have those. He's just like, I will take the cannon on, even if it is like a 1 in 50. I'm still going to take that shot on. That's Kurt's attitude. And well, at the moment, he's nailing a lot of those.
This I was talking about. These bottom and top cushions are very bouncy. That black was actually not that easy, but he's...
Well, he knocked it down. It was right over the kick, didn't he? So, that two-frame buffer.
As far as I'm concerned, that the story of this match has basically been Mick not converting those 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, chances. He's just not converting.
Yeah, he's definitely had plenty of chances, no doubt about that. And I think if you're going to take anything out of Benny's game at the moment, he just looks lazy as hell.
Yeah.
Tell you what, just having a look at Mick Braken there, I reckon he's actually catching me up in the lack of hair department just quietly. He is not far behind Jay Stevens at all, and I think I've got about 10 year on the bloke.
Yeah, you're running about par.
He is going to have the horseshoe before he is 35, I reckon.
Just have to edit that part out. Alright, that yellow up on the top cushion I don't think sneaks under the red. That's the problem for yellows. Now the problem for reds is the one that he's closest to, and the reds don't link. So I would be going for yellows here, but I would be treading with a lot of caution.
Yeah. Well,
your goal is to pretty much try and land on that yellow and ball as quickly as possible around half ball to pot it and extract the yellow on the cushion.
I'd actually be going reds, Robbo. I'm not sure what he's actually playing at here. Well, he's gone the red. I would have actually taken reds because, like you said, there really is only one tricky ball. However, I didn't think it was actually that bad to link to because this ball that's on the right-hand side of the table, as long as you can get behind it, you can run through.
Yep.
That yellow that's on the top rail is absolutely dead as a doornail. It won't be sure. Oh, I thought Benny might actually just try and go down onto it then.
Yeah, well,
unless it goes underneath.
He's played that with a lot of swerve, so I think he couldn't get the pace on it.
Well, he's belted the crap out of that to get the action. Hasn't got the best result in the world, but probably fortunate to pot the red.
Probably a little bit. Oh, this is all or nothing. This is.
Well, it is indeed. He's gone the triple deliberately. Look at that shot.
Well.
Now, if you think that was a fluke, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he actually played for that. There's no way he'd miss a double by that much and hit at that pace. So this has actually turned into a massive out.
Yeah.
So this shot, absolute key to land as straight as possible on that yellow to the middle pocket on the right-hand side.
See, that's just bounced so far.
That has gone a fair way.
These top and bottom cushions are just super springy. It's still fine. He'll just knock this yellow in long.
He doesn't miss a lot of these, does he? He just pots them. I've got to drop this in as well.
He's just what's that? So he's tried to play the black into the opposite centre pocket there.
You just don't see him miss a lot of those balls, though, do you? Those long range, angled shots. It just doesn't miss a lot of them.
And the momentum has shifted once again.
And I think another thing too, and you want to look at the world stage, and you want to talk about world stage players. You talk about guys like Chris Melling. Now, you may or may not know him if you're listening. But he's one of those guys that just makes an out in 30 seconds, and you've just finished slugging your guts out, and he made an out that took you about 3 or 4 minutes, and he just turns around and goes bang, goes out in 30 seconds. It actually rips you apart.
Yeah.
And Benny's kind of doing that at the moment. When he's potting out, he's doing it pretty fast. When we mix making the out, it's taking a little bit longer, and it doesn't look as convincing. I think that's what's separating them at the moment.
Yeah, those little mop-up outs at the end there, even that one Benny had, even though he had to play some good shots, he still just got down and just did it.
I'll tell you something right now. That 3-ball plant wasn't actually as easy as it looked.
I think this could be good for Mick. Mick would want Benny just to keep potting here, because this is really tough.
Well, you know something actually, Rob. If he just drops this in, he's got a little angle on it. Oh, so he had an angle on this red, just deep screw it, kick the black out, holds the white, he goes game. So he's probably lucky for him that he didn't actually pot that at all in the end.
Well, so far I think Mick will be very, very. He's been practicing with me a bit at home now, and he's been doing a bit of thinking about his game. And I know he wanted to sort of put a few things into practice against Benny tonight, but he's going to be really, really disappointed with how he's playing right now, because it's hard enough to beat Benny in race to 11 anyway. But Benny's playing pretty bad as far as I'm concerned, and to still be 8-5 down when Benny's playing bad.
Yeah, well, he started off very well, didn't he? But he's just taking the foot off the pedal a bit.
Yeah.
But you can just feel that he's actually... that's a great shot. You can just feel that he's just got that gear, kick back into gear again, don't you? One thing, from my memory, I do believe that Mick's record against Benny is actually quite poor.
Yeah.
So I was actually surprised when you said that he was going to play.
Oh, you gotta step up and back yourself.
Well, it's true. If you want to keep improving.
If you fancy yourself as one of the best, you can say it in your head all you want, but you got to actually come out here and prove it. And I think they've played equally as bad, but Benny's just proving why he's that bit better, and 9-5 up on the scoreline. Yeah, by both of them playing pretty ordinary.
Yeah, his ordinary game's just probably a little bit higher.
Yeah, just finishing off frames. So I live in Roval, or in Bundoora. It's probably about a 30-40 minute drive home. I think Mick can get a cab if he loses.
Well, I've got to drive back to Ballarat tonight, so I'm an hour and a touch away. If I had to Monaro, I'd be about 50 minutes away.
Yeah. Well, that's a good break. It's a good textbook break there. See how he stopped the white dead.
Yeah, very good break, and he's got a ball in and a good spread. Not perfect spread, but...
So another thing that I think Mick will be disappointed with is I feel Mick has had, maybe I'm wrong, but first say more often and more in control of the balls at the start of frames to sort of dictate the frames, and he hasn't just taken control. By that I mean he hasn't been making the outs, and when Benny gets to the table, Mick doesn't have a key pocket covered. There's no insurance or anything like that. When Mick is leaving the table, it's sort of saying, all right, Ben, off you go, snooker me again, or have another easy pot out.
Yeah.
It's just not taking control in any way.
And that was pretty much what I was sort of talking about when I was speaking about Kurt earlier. When he commits, he's just flat out. There's usually not a lot of cover, unless the game is, you get those games where there's just clusters of balls everywhere. What's actually funny about this frame, my initial reaction to these balls was to take reds, and he's taken yellows. He's looking pretty good now. This is the key shot coming up here because he wants to get right up the other end of the table.
Pretty much needs to land the white on the line here.
Yep, spot on.
Really needs to get far, and he can't be shy about that. He can't play the shot with the fear of going too far. He needs to get up really far. Back yourself to get really far.
I'm not sure why he's looking at the middle pocket here because he needs to get up a lot further than that, in my opinion. I haven't said that though. He can't actually get. He can't actually get past the red, past the centre pocket. So he's actually kind of got to hit before the centre pocket first. So I don't think he can actually get as straight or past the yellow as he would like.
But the problem I'm seeing here is the shot he played before. He just potted and he got the white where he wanted to get it, and now he sees that it's actually not right. So the problem there is he should have walked around and had a look at exactly where he wanted it. So the problem was not this shot, the problem was the shot before that.
Yeah, but he has made a good...
Well, this is actually a better way of going about it.
Yeah, he made a good recovery shot, self-assessed and said, you know what, I can actually get back up there off this ball instead. He would have liked to have left that run, he just played the last just because he could stun onto the black and be right behind it. Now he's actually probably going to have a bit of distance.
He's played that pretty much spot on.
I still do believe you need to drag this in.
This is tough.
Yeah, I think you've got to drag this in, just to roll it in with drag. I just drag it down. Well, he's potted nicely. Normally I wouldn't say that because like that's how you miss, but you just want to give the pocket a chance to take the ball. But he's hit that absolutely spot on.
He's played that with confidence there. See, the amazing thing is it's still 8-6. It's 8-6 now, which I'm telling you, like, most of the time with Benny playing this bad, for him to be in front is a miracle. But for Mick to be playing this bad and to still be in the match, if I'm Mick, I'm taking this all day, every day, that the match isn't over.
Well, ball in, several balls down, and initial look says Reds. Now I'm just like basically having a full look at the table, and I'm still thinking Reds.
If the plant's onto the middle, then Reds, which he's having a good look at, so it is on.
I'm pretty sure it is on. I think he's got to make it on a little bit.
And I think the only real tricky ball, depending if that red touching the black goes in the middle, it's not tricky. If it does go in the middle, maybe the only other tricky ball is the red sort of in the middle of the table, close to the black.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll go in the left middle though, mate.
Yeah, I think it does. Ooh, hang on a second.
Just landing a little bit Chinese on this, so
here?
He's just introduced a little bit of Steve Tran into the frame, and does some tuck-ins.
As funny as it sounds with the way these two guys are playing, I would almost prefer Benny to be in first and have a crack at the out, and hopefully doesn't get it. And then you should have an easy frame. I know that sounds crazy.
No, it makes sense because I actually play like that sometimes.
But if, like, with this situation, when Ben got a ball in and the balls landed the way they were, if I'm Mick, I'm probably thinking, you know what, this isn't actually too bad, but if I get to the table, I'm going to be favourite. And I think they've had like one master break in 14 frames or something, which is amazing. So
yeah, I did expect to see a lot more outs.
Put that off that and come around and who knows what's going to happen.
Wow, look at this result. He just does the old, I'm not sure who I can call that, but he's basically just dry bang the air in front of the table.
Benny's just sticking it to me. Come on, Mick, do something incredibly amazing that I can't see. But
Robbo wants to give the pelvis thrust back to Benny.
Oh, I think he's just got to leave the white there.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of choice, I don't think, mate, because...
And it kind of sucks because the reds, there's only one semi-tricky red, but he's got a couple of balls.
He's just going to flick off and go out, isn't he? So.
Yeah, I think you just got to leave the white. You don't have a choice. It sucks, but you just got to leave the white there and just hope.
Well, I'm not sure that I'd actually go on that. I don't think I'd actually push the white ball the other way a touch. Just a touch. Because this is actually really easy to flick off and just stay on the ball. I was touching, obviously, because there's no way he's hit that red.
Well, all Benny has to do here is play the red off the red in the middle, but he's not seeing it. Oh, he's missed.
That is so lazy.
And he didn't even look to see how easily the red went.
I think he actually played for it now. I think he was just getting rid of that annoying ball near the black, because it was actually a tricky ball.
I thought you could have just used that for last to land on the black.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if he played it now, he's going to push that red up a little bit, and then he's got to still land on this red that's actually over the pocket, and there'd be no easy ball to do that.
Well, I think there would be. That's the thing. I think if he just drops that in, he's got that ball in the middle, and then he's got the other one there.
But then he's going to have to play the red that's over the pocket, and then come up to the red that was going to be over the centre pocket, but it's not over the centre pocket anymore. And the black's was only on in a couple of pockets.
No, but he did have another ball. The ball that's on the right-hand side of the three that's there, that hasn't moved. That was the ball to play after he actually played the red off the other red in the middle.
Well, it's a bit confusing to say what I have in mind, so we'll have to agree to disagree.
But yeah, either way, I think Benny's missed probably 3 or 4 pots this match. They've just been nothing short of just lazy.
Yeah.
Just getting down, not even feathering, and then just missing. Well, I'm really not sure that was required.
When you play lazy pool, often you don't even kind of realise that you're doing it until you have to go to the ATM and hand over a fistful of pineapples. Then you'll remember. But just right now, it's just not happening.
Big shot coming up here for Mick. He's looking at the double inside the red off the bottom cushion. Big shot coming up. I don't think he's got a hell of a lot of choice, have he? Well, he's smashed it. It's actually straightened up, that's why. Because he's hit it so hard.
Well, normally all day, every day, this frame is over, but the way these boys are playing, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if people can hear the music in the background, but this is just random as it gets.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. Oh, that's a shocker from Benny.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. And now a lot of people out there might be thinking, oh, geez, you're lucky you've covered my pocket there with your red. But I'm telling you, you are blessed to even get another chance here.
Well, he is fortunate to have done it to make the out a bit harder. But I'm just happy to get to the table.
Yeah, and you need that mentality. You need that mentality of, yes, another chance. I'm going to make the most of this chance. Not, oh, this sucks. Geez, he's getting lucky here.
Yeah, exactly right.
Cheers, Jake. Just got your message. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, he hasn't sent me a message since.
Well,
hasn't sent me a message since 11:33. The wanker. He's probably fast asleep by now.
It says just another 20, Robbo. Congrats, man. So can't really send that to the two of us, Steve-o.
Just another 20, what? Another tawny. Yeah, no, I don't have one. I don't do tawnies.
Participation.
Actually, I can't be told. I said the last comp I did play and I did win, which is amazing. I don't know how that happened.
Oh, it was a decent tournament down at Potters.
Managed to dodge
1,000, 1,500 for that.
I think I got a grand. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but,
it wasn't a bad tournament, that one.
It was actually really good because I turned up there expecting to have to play like a best of 5 or whatever, and I've ended up playing this handicap race to 9. It was absolutely a dream because it allowed me to settle right down, enjoy the matches, and good shot there from Mick, good containing shot. I know he's killed his yellow, but sometimes you've got to kill your own ball to stay in the frame. One more shot.
Yeah, he's just trying to get back to the table. He's just trying to live to fight another day, really. Sometimes all it does take is one good shot to get your confidence skyrocketing and you feel good and everything like that. But the problem is, when you're playing someone like Ben, and he's getting closer and closer to 11, sometimes the match will just be taken out of your hands.
That's right.
You may start playing really well, and then he will just do a couple of a couple of break and pot outs, and you won't get the chance, even though you're playing better.
I'm just going to make the comment too. You just saw Ben put his chalk in that little pouch thing. I don't know how many people out there use those pouches, but I just think they're just as gay as AIDS.
Yeah, I'm not a fan myself.
This is a super shot from Benny. That is probably one of the best safety shots you'll actually see. Not only was it well thought of, it was very well played, because I didn't see that shot, and I probably should have at my level, but I was too busy making homosexual comments and whatever about pouches.
Bit of an awkward situation. I had the thought of going through my head as just leaving the white there, and maybe Benny won't make this out, but I'm thinking like...
I think you just have to come for side push and just smash this yellow, mate.
Yeah.
I really do think that...
A number of good things can happen. You can fluke it, you can kill a red, you can land
well,
the
that's what
white
you're trying to do.
straight.
You're just trying to kill a red. Unfortunately for Mick, he's done neither. And to be honest, you're kind of expecting to not get back to the table after that shot Benny's played, so... Well, I'm half expecting... He's got to play the bottom ball here, doesn't he?
I can't believe I have the thought of going that Ben may not make this out. I can't believe that thought is even going through my mind.
Well, I'm actually not thinking that, so... But I just think it took him a second to realise that he had to play the bottom ball first.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. And I'll tell you something else that you may or may not realise about Ben, and it is the key to his queuing action. Watch how he, like, shifts... Well, actually, that one's not a good example, but we'll see it next frame if he gets... Like, if he plays a shot in the next frame. He gets his body weight really far forward. Not a lot of players do it, but I think it's actually the key to stable, good queuing. Robbo, you yourself don't do it, but you just seem to have a... You just seem to have an action that basically is solid a second you get down the queue, whereas he needs 9-6. 9-6.
No, 9.
9-6. We haven't missed a frame.
Whose break is it? Should be 9-6, yeah. Whose break is it? Who broke last frame? Who broke first? Yeah, 9-6, so it's Benny's break. Did you break last time, Mick? I think 10-7.
No, there's no way we've missed 2 frames, mate. Not a chance. Yep.
Tell you what, no, I'm amazed none of us can remember who broke last. I'm trying to remember what happened. Yeah, and then it went 8-6. No, I think you won 2 in a row.
Yeah, we got 9-6. We haven't missed a frame, mate.
I've been updating it, and Dan's been coming up to update it as... It was 6-5. It was...
That's a 3-frame gap. That's definitely correct.
I'm pretty sure...
I'm 100% sure.
Steve just said 100% sure that it's 9-6. This is how we run things in...
If anyone out there has been following the score and think that we've actually made a mistake and you think it's something else, can you SMS me? But I am 100% sure that score is correct. And I'm sure it's Benny's break going off who broke first, so... In fact, yes, Mick did break the last frame.
And he just stumped the white in the middle.
Because what happened is Mick didn't get a ball in and then Benny's committed the out. We talked about how sometimes you've got to hope that they commit to the out and they miss it. So anyway, Benny's dumped the white. They still seem to be not really happy with the scoreline.
Yeah, but did Benny break and get a ball in?
I don't think Benny broke the last frame. I'm pretty sure Mick did. Guys, if you're watching, get on, like CueballTV can actually rewind it, so can you go back and just go back to the start of the last frame and tell us who broke. I don't know how to get the chat feed up either. Grab that mouse and just hit it on the Chrome, that little coloured circle thing. Yeah, that. Nah, okay. Yeah, scroll it. Move that bar down the bottom across, all the chat feed. Should be 10-6. Grant Meadley says should be 10-6.
10-6. Well, Benny thinks it should be 10-7.
Just trying to figure out where we lost a frame. You can actually replay this one right here and it won't affect anything. That's what it's there for. So you can actually press play, rewind it, and do whatever you want.
But that's the wrong match.
Someone reckons that on the chat they reckon it's 10-6.
I think you may have broke last frame and got a ball in.
So much more 100% positive.
Well, I think we've missed the frame somehow.
Make this bigger. Pull this across.
Hang on, I'm just gonna slide this over to. Oh, I can.
Give me that.
Here we go. Alright, sorry everyone.
Okay, Kimo reckons the score is right.
Oh, now we got some people saying the score's right. Can't believe this.
Failure to be able to commentate and score at the same time. Comment removed. What's that all about?
So we need to know who broke in the last frame.
It's easy to tell, mate. You just do these ones.
Yeah.
Because this is a lot. Because you can go to like this, right? This is live, and then what you do is you take it back to the start of this frame. All right. So that was 8-6. So it's just.
Keep going. We're replaying it. We'll just give us a second. They're saying Benny broke last game.
That's 7-5 there.
That's 7-5. So that's correct. Yep.
8-5. So Scary's one.
Yeah, that's when the ball's in the cluster.
Okay, so Scary's broken this to go 8-6 down. All right.
So he's broken.
So you're right. Benny broke the next frame. Because he goes out there, because he pots that black.
Yeah,
You remember that?
So that's 8-6.
This is Benny breaking at 8-6 up, so it was Mick's break.
So Mick was supposed to break that frame.
Yes, so they should probably not. Well, they're still playing it now. It's only over this frame.
So the score's correct.
Well, I think it's correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, I'll inform him after this that the score is correct, but Benny just broke out of turn. The problem was. The score's.
Can't we just go over there and tell him? What is she doing?
While Mick's trying to.
What is she doing?
Out. So you should just continue, but Mick, you break again, and then the breaks are even.
I think this is probably doing his head in.
I don't know. Over there now.
I honestly think, Grant, I don't reckon you're 10. So Kimo thinks it's 10-6 now as well. Benny thought it was 10-6. We've got two people thinking it's a 10-6, so we must be wrong.
But where's the missing frame gone?
Well, there's only one way to tell this. Let's go back through every single frame from the start.
It shouldn't need to go back to the start. It should just need to go back to when it was 7-5.
This is where it went black. Okay, we haven't got the score up there. When do we get the score up? So that's 2-all. So we agreed it was 2-all at one stage. Okay, this is the end of A frame. Score's been updated.
3-2.
4-2.
So there's no issue there.
This is nearly at the end of the frame. 5-2, so it's been updated there as well. 6-2, frame's been updated, start of a new frame. This is where Scary starts to come back. 6-3, score has been updated. I'm sure we're right. 6-4, score was updated. This is near the end of the frame. Score hasn't changed yet.
There we go.
There it is, it's been changed. 6-5 nearly. Should be 7-5 at the end of this.
Yep, so 7-5.
Yep. No, we've gone through the rest of this. 8-5. Racking the balls up again. 8-6. Another frame. This is the end of this frame.
Benny wins that one for 9-6.
Yeah, that's right.
It's 9-6, but Ben broke out of turn.
So, back in a second. Sorry about the delay, guys. I've just got to work out the proper score and everything. Righto, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 9-7, which we'll just update right now. The confusion was Ben broke out of turn. If you don't believe me, we've gone back and actually replayed all the frames and just checked that their score was updated each frame. So the break out of turn is actually what's confused Benny, thinking that he was 10-6 up, I'm pretty sure. I'll just go and chat to him again. Righto, after all the discussions, both players are happy with the score of 9-7 with Mick to break this frame. He has pot a ball. And, well, that little, I don't know what you say, Robert, little bubbers with the scores or breaks or whatever it was. Be interesting to see if there's any momentum stoppage.
Well, it can only favour Mick. It can only favour Mick, I think. It only worked in Mick's favour because Benny broke out of turn, I think, when he wasn't meant to break, and dumped the wide or something.
Yeah, and then Mick's break potted out.
It wasn't in Ben's favour.
And at the end of the day, if Mick does happen to, well, it's not always landed okay. If he does happen to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here, Benny can go back and look at how many balls he's missed by just not really feathering.
Yeah, but this was a perfect example of what I was talking about with Mick before about not being precise, but happening to land on another ball.
You're right, he does do this a lot.
He's happened to land good there, carrying on, and now he's probably going to win the frame, and that can happen, and you can run good for more than a frame. You can run good for a month in this game and not actually realise it, and then you can lose heaps of frames and think, what's going wrong? I'm not doing anything different. But honestly, you were getting quite lucky for a while. I guess he's played a little bit of an ordinary shot there.
Well, I'm just wondering if this ball goes in the middle, the one that's right in the middle of the table. If it doesn't, I can only assume it doesn't. Otherwise, they would have already played the shot.
It doesn't go. I think he needs to. Tell you, there's this other red in the middle, one that's closest to him now. It's about half ball. It's a lot more angle than what it looks like. He's actually played that really well. He's actually played that with a bit of left-hand side to slow up the white.
So obviously this does go to the middle then.
Oh, this... Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about the other middle.
Well, actually, no, you're right. Okay, he has played for the long ball. Just the way he played it, I just didn't think he did it hard enough.
He's being a bit of an enigma.
Maybe he's doing a Peter Rigo and just like saying, this can't pot, I'll just knock it in.
You know what he's doing? He's doing a Benny Nunan to Benny Nunan.
No, this is... Peter Rigo is the best at this. Making it look like a ball's not on for days.
Oh, wow. That was really easy.
It was. Peter, if you're out there listening, mate, this is you.
Benny's just had a laugh there. That's what Mick just turned around and had a laugh about, because that was dead on.
Yeah, Benny does do that bit as well, but Peter Rigo's still the best at it.
And there's no way you would ever have gone the other red. So look, just run through for the black in the middle.
Yep. Benny's screaming out for drinks. And Benny, sorry.
See, it's funny.
Quickly put that score up, Robert. Actually, I will. I've got control now.
It's funny those little, the funny little things that can happen. It can really only favour the person who's trailing, really, unless they just happen to. Even if you've had a bit of a good comeback and you're on a bit of a roll, it can almost. The little break, you can almost have a little break and have a think about how you're playing well now. So it only really damages the person who's winning.
What is going on here?
Jamie's just doing...
Fail to use computers.
Oh, Jamie's just mucked everything up.
I'm okay.
I don't think he knows how to use a computer.
Actually,
even though he does it for a job.
Having actual trouble locating his scoreboard. This must be up here, is it? Here we go. Just make that half screen, thanks. Here we go, we are on the board. So Benny, now, can he do his...
Can everyone actually see? Because...
As long as it's on this screen, they can see. Pretty sure.
So Benny's either gonna... He's gonna go into Super Saiyan mode. And just go berserk. Or miss.
Well, is he on this ball to the corner? Because if he is, I'm going to say he's going to definitely clear. He's not on it.
He really wants to get some screw on the white here. I'll really kind of bring it out.
Well, I sort of half agree with you there. You just didn't want hamper queuing, did you?
Well, I saw a lot of spin on the white, so maybe he needed to use side And you can't play it too hard with side, otherwise you lose a lot of control.
Yeah, absolutely. I still don't think this is easy.
Black to no, the blacks. I don't think the black's on in the middle.
No, absolutely
You
not.
really want to try and land straight on this, so you can just screw it over for the bottom right corner pocket. And you know it's quite tricky if he hasn't played it already. It's either really tricky or really easy, and he's just giving Mick a bit of payback.
No, I think he's got to load it up with left-hand side and clear the yellow. I don't think it's that easy. Well, he could hit it with top. Actually, it wasn't that hard.
No, it was just top.
Well,
I'll tell you what, this
underplayed a little bit, but
this is not that easy.
no, he doesn't miss these very often.
Yeah.
And puts it like it wasn't even there. And so Benny races off to the hill. And this is the sort of thing, that out didn't take that long to play. And for those, actually there was a few comments there on CueballTV, sorry, on the CueballTV chat about if this was the final. This is actually a money match after the final. Robbo, who's commentating now, actually won the final against Robertson. Basically a repeat of the first event. And now this is this Perry Jeffs fella. We went back and replayed. Unless you've replayed as well, and I'm happy for you to prove me wrong, because we probably are wrong. Maybe it didn't change, but we went back and looked at all the feed. But anyway, it's done and dusted now. They've got on with it, and they've both accepted the fact that this is where they're going to play from.
Yeah, we can't actually watch it in sort of like a 8 times fast forward mode. It was actually quite tricky to work out what the score is, and
yeah, I could have quite easily
wrong.
easily missed a frame whether just someone potted out.
What's this? Nidki knee grip.
I'll tell you what,
says
Nicky
Nick
Negrip,
Howie.
you're obviously a clown.
Nick Howie would smash
Go
these
and get
blokes.
Howie and get him to bring down all the cash that he's got in his bank account and play either of these blokes for money off scratch, and he will lose. Just saying.
I got a lot of respect for Nick's game. It's I think these two are just a bit of a class above.
Yeah, I do too. I think he's a very good player, but yes, these two players are better players.
Just unfortunately not really showing it.
I honestly do think that the slightly tighter pockets have probably, I guess, stopped a few outs from being made that you would normally see. But obviously now, from this point on, scary, no more mistakes allowed.
Well, if Mick ends up losing this, either way Mick will watch this match again, but it would really suck to watch this, but he would learn a lot.
Okay, we've got a couple of blokes that did actually say that the score didn't change from 8-5 to 9-6, so you guys are probably right, because you've probably gone back and had a bit more chance to look at it than what we have, so if Benny does lose this match, we apologise, because he would have already won.
Yeah, bad luck, Benny.
How much do you need?
Mick can probably play this red straight in the middle to put the other red into the middle pocket
Have you got any money at
and
all?
hold the white there, right where he was. The other red.
I want to have another drink, and I was going to get Robbo one as well. Well, that's all I've got.
I've got this.
Oh. No worries, money back.
We're getting Jack Daniels again.
And one for
A pint.
and this,
Thanks, man.
and obviously whatever you want.
So,
You know actually the interesting thing about this match is every time they've both had a go at the out, it's always been do or die, because the other guy's balls
I've been
that was
on.
a really good shot. The other guy's balls have always actually been pretty good.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And I actually sometimes hate these sort of frames when I'm not flying. I actually
Well,
kind
that's a
I'm
really
in a bit of a shit position here because I kind of feel like I need to go and say, look, guys, this match is over. You can't do that now.
he's really underestimated the importance of just landing straight on that red. That was a really, really important shot. It's just
Yeah, you're spot on there. Now he's got to find the gap between the two yellows.
if I'm Mick right now, I'm telling myself it doesn't matter how easy a shot is. I'm not playing it in under 10 seconds. No matter how easy it is, I'm going to walk around the table, even if I don't need to.
Well, he's played it pretty well.
He's played it well, but it's just very unnecessary.
Wow.
Oh, 9-8.
Well, I've got to say, I should have questioned Benny because he's pretty usually on top of it when it comes to scoreline, especially when he's ahead.
If they didn't break out of turn, I would have more faith in what they thought the score was actually 10-8 when we thought it was 9-7, and the people watching think it's a different score to them. So if Benny didn't break out of turn, then it's because he broke out of turn. We're thinking that's how he's thought of it wrong. Apparently, oh, he's put the white off the table.
Oh, wow.
That's just, I'll tell you what that is. That's just some frustration of Benny having not have won this already, and he's just wanted to smash him and basically pop 7 balls off the break. You know, just actually win the frame of just breaking. He was that frustrated.
Still the same frame. It's fine.
Keep going. Yeah, we're just looking at the replay of when it was 8-5.
Yeah, we fucked up.
We're looking at the replay of 8-5, and when Benny won at 8-5, I'm pretty sure we did not put the score up.
That was your fault, Robbo. You were doing it then.
That's about when I took over. No, I tell you what, a part of me actually wants Benny to win this. I don't actually know what happens now.
Yeah, I feel like this match probably shouldn't be going anymore. I'm in a pretty tough position myself because I know Mick's going to get really upset because we just said both of them to then make sure there's no sooking at the end of this match regardless of the result.
Yeah, and
then we're going to turn around and say Benny actually won.
If Ben wins, then we all have a laugh about it. But I tell you what, if I'm playing and this happened and I lost and had to hand over 500 knowing that I actually had won, I'd actually have a really hard time handing over that 500.
Yeah, I would too, to be honest. I'm just going to wait for this match to play out and we'll just see what happens afterwards.
I would expect that my opponent would not take the money for one, and then oh, it's a tricky one.
Well, it is because they both agreed, you know, and we're just supposed to see there's no sooking at the end, so it's but the thing is, we've just made an error. We've made a genuine mistake, and Benny was actually spot on with what he said too. So
if Benny had gotten to 9 and then Mick wins, well, Benny didn't get to 11. But the fact is that he has actually won 11 frames.
That's right.
Fair and square. Kind of puts a bit of a damp on the. I mean, I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, I feel like I should go over there and say, listen, guys, there's no point playing anymore. But
I almost feel like we just let him play it out and we kind of hope that Ben wins.
Well, we have to let him play it and just, I guess, address it afterwards if Mick does get up.
I think we let him play it out.
I think the best thing to do, to be honest, is extend it to race to 15 and give Benny an extra frame. I think that is the best thing to do.
Well, at the end of the day, we're just the commentators and spectators. I was about to say it's their money, but it's actually half my money too. But even though it's half my money, I would certainly not take the 250 off Benny. I'll give it back to him at best.
Well, if you do that, I'm actually 100% sure Mick will do the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
There is, if Mick happens to win this set now, I guarantee you there is no way he's taking the money.
Yeah, no, I agree
No
with you.
way.
I think you're right. If you've just said that, it won't happen. But look, we've still got some pool to be played. Mick's still got to get the business done this frame and then another frame afterwards. And
Tell you what, this is a very interesting.
oh, good shot there from Mick, but he's Chinese, and I tell you what, this is not easy.
I think he hit that way too hard. I don't.
He smashed it. He actually, well, if he gets a full ball cannon, he's actually probably fine.
Yeah.
He got a half ball cannon, and he's just lost the white.
That's,
So now he needs to cue this, and he needs to be bridging over and cue through the ball. He needs to get the wop off side cushion and back out again. Not easy.
he hit that so hard. He gave it a good chance for something bad to happen. He's miscued there.
Well, this is the opportunity that Benny needed to retake the frame.
Yeah, we're
Anyway, yeah, look, I just reloaded the page because the chat feed wasn't coming through. Yeah, and apology. Thanks for the heads up to you guys that are watching and giving the feedback. We have gone back and we've confirmed that we have made a mistake, and we're just pretty much just wait. We're just going to wait for the outcome of this match now. If Benny wins it, then we've got nothing to worry about. We'll have a laugh between the four of us at the end. And if Mick wins it, then we're going to have to go and try and cry up a story.
oh, look. Let's be honest. Mick probably needed a one-frame head start anyway. The line was 1.5.
The line was 1, you reckon?
Yeah, the line's probably 1.5.
Big shot coming up here from Mick. Just a touch aside. He's just probably used too much sides. 2 shots as well.
Well, I didn't see that hit the yellow, but I wasn't
No,
ready.
it wasn't. It wasn't a foul snooker. It wasn't a total snooker. He didn't hit a cushion after contact. So
Mick said foul 2 shots.
that's because he didn't hit a cushion after contact.
Ah,
so
yes,
a ball didn't hit
yes.
a cushion. So Benny will now mop up this match, I would think. But he still looks just lazy as hell at the table. Even that, if he's actually straight on that shot, that's not a good shot. I think he's got a bit of angle to work with. Oh, he had heaps of angle.
2 shots as well.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, he's just got to. Well, it depends on his angle here, but if he wants to, he can play the billiard shot and just promote. You know, like he can do anything. If he can actually hold the wide here and just. Well, he's actually gone that way.
Surprised he's done that. 2 shots.
Once
shouldn't
again,
be,
I'd still
2
just
shots is
I'd
not a
still
problem.
promote the yellow. That's all you got to do. And now he's fine. So,
Tell you
crisis.
what, no, he's actually got a bit of angle on
No,
this yellow.
I think he's alright here. I think he can screw off it enough.
I'm telling you, Jamie, he's got
Oh
a fair
shit,
bit
you
of
are
angle
right,
on this.
Robert. He's got a heap of angle.
I'll
I reckon he can slip under the
Tell
under
you
the
what,
red.
I'll be playing this yellow to the middle.
I reckon he might be able to get past it. Wow, look at this shot. Oh, that's the Ben Nunan class, that is. That's a big shot, that.
I think it was much easier just to pop the yellow in the middle.
Wouldn't have been as good for the TV cameras.
Well, now I get to hand over 5 pineapples to Benny, and we can have a laugh about.
Yeah. Well deserved, Ben Nunan. Thanks, guys, for watching. Sorry about the
Nunan.
mistakes. And
I basically
anyway,
got,
I said I was
basically got
100%
runner-up
sure of
now.
the score, and I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching, thanks for the comments. And we'll see you at the next thing.
Yes, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.